You were tuned in to episode 20 of the
20.
Goodfellas podcast. Episode 20. You heard us correctly. Episode 20. G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru is in the building. You see, I got the whole team with me today. Got my guy VP Shane in the building. What's going on?
Oh, love, what's good?
Ain't nothing. And got my man BoxingFirst Vlog in the building. What's going on, player?
Oh man, just blessed with another day on the planet. So you know what it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got the whole team here. Listen, we
Go
gonna get
that
right.
straight
We
in,
gonna get
straight in.
right to it. We gonna get right to it, man.
Second Ezra, shout out to you, bro.
Second Ezra's in the building, man. Big shout out to him.
You're in
Canelo
early. I
Alvarez.
like that. I like
We
that.
in
You're
there early.
Hit
That's
the
what we
like button,
talking
hit the
about.
subscribe button, bro. Well, you
Hit
already
that-
subscribed. Hit the like
Yeah,
button.
hit that like button. Hit that share button too, man. Share this live, man. Share this podcast.
You got I got some controversial things to say today. So.
Listen. We're coming off of Canelo versus Caleb Plant. Anthony the Dog Darrell had a real nice performance. We had the Charlos and Jared Hurd beefing in the crowd.
You had Ray Vargas fought well as well.
Ray Vargas with a nice performance. So we have a lot to talk about. So what we're gonna do, my man Conrad in the building, of course. Hey Conrad, hold on. Hey Shane, let me get this out of the way. Conrad, can you email us? I want to actually send you something on behalf of the channel, just for you doing what you do. Like I consider you a day one. So can we?
You be in the live even if it's me by myself?
Yeah, I want to actually send you something on behalf of the channel. Like,
by the way, Conrad, you're the top. You and Andre Southgate are the top of the top. Jeff saying he's gonna catch you, but you guys are starting the league, bro.
Y'all on the top of the fantasy league so far. We got to tweak the scoreboard and all that, but you know, y'all on top right now.
If I don't do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, so. Big shout out to Conrad Boxing. Big shout out to Andre Southgate as well, man, for being on top of the league. But I will say to you too, it is very early. The shark is still swimming in the water. You understand what I'm saying? But big shout out to everybody, man. So I think let's get into we're gonna let a couple people get in here first. Let's get to the actual Jared Hurd and the Charlos.
Nah, bro, let's talk about Canelo. You want
to talk about Canelo right now? All right, yeah. Vlog, you want to talk Canelo right now, bro?
Yeah. I got one right off the top. I got something right off the top. I think I mentioned it when we was chatting pre-live. Have the after fight drug test come back in yet?
No, I just had not yet.
That's all I wanted to get clear before we continue with the live. That said,
okay. All right, cool. Can I say anything? Everybody that's in the comments right now, I see a lot of comments right now. I want everybody to tell me what their scorecard was or who they had winning before the stoppage. That's all I want to know, because I've been seeing a lot of scorecards floating around. Blunt, I want you to tell me who you had winning up until the stoppage.
Let me add this. Vlog, go ahead.
No, Jeff, shoot your spill, baby. You ain't been on lives in a minute. The people need to hear you, baby. Go.
Okay. I actually want to throw yourself on mute real quick, bro. Let me get through these comments real quick because they're gonna start getting crazy. Conrad Boxing, he said, I don't care what the scorecard said. Canelo looked beatable that night. We gonna get into that. Kiki in the building. What is going on,
bro?
Kiki?
This is gonna be a 3-hour live.
Yeah, I got a feeling. Chris G in the building. Benavidez is the only one who has a good chance. I give him like a 35% chance to win against Canelo. I give Andre like 20.
We're gonna get into that.
We're gonna get into that as well. Conrad Boxing, Andre stole my prediction. That's funny.
It's funny because Conrad said his prediction first on live.
Right. Second Ezra, Canelo didn't respect the punching power of Plant. Ricky Williams said he had a 6'4" Plant. Yeah,
Ricky Williams, you need to join the fantasy league, bro.
Yeah, man. Second Ezra, I had Canelo winning. Conrad said 6'4" Plant. Wow. Boxing Learner.
You need to join the fantasy league as well, Boxing Learner.
Boxing Learner. Big shout out to you, bro. He said I had a 6'4" Canelo.
I'll say off the bat, I had it 6-4 Canelo.
Hold on, Vlog. How did you have the score before the stoppage?
I had it a draw. So that 11th round would have gave me, obviously, if it would have finished the way Canelo, I would have had Canelo up probably by 2 if it would have went the distance, because your boy
so was 5-5.
He was burnt toast. But I was being kind, bro. My judge was very, very kind, because I appreciate the boxing, but god damn, that boy was hitting like a 5th grader.
Bro, yeah. I said it. This dude might as well had his Sunday shoes on, bro. He might as well had his Sunday church shoes on, because this nigga was shoe shining the whole fight. And for those who don't know what shoe shining is, I got that term from my boy Blunt. Blunt uses the term shoe shining all the time. That's when it looks good on the surface, but there's no substance. You're just rubbing and touching, but you ain't really getting down and dirty, bro. You just shoe shining.
Facts.
That's a Blunt term. That is a Blunt term, shoe shining. And I stole that from Blunt.
That is definitely a Blunt term. All right, so Blunt had it 5-5. Shane had it 6-4. Canelo. Surprisingly, I agree with Shane. I had it 6-4 Canelo.
I could see 5-5 though.
I could see 5-5. Yeah, Shane, I'm gonna let you cook, man. Go cook up, man. Go ahead.
So I'm just gonna run through these comments. I had Conrad said 6-4 Plant. Fair enough. I had 6-4 Canelo, 6-4 Canelo, 6-4 Canelo. Shout out to Adrian as well. Shout out to you, Adrian.
Big shout out to Adrian.
Conrad said I can see a draw. Personally, when I look at that fight and I look,
you got one more, bro. You got one more.
Two more. I can't keep taking this from folks. From a power punch isn't any more of a count than a jab. Clean, effective punching. The only power punch that counts different is the one that knocked him down. Plant was gassed after the 4th. I had Plant winning 3 rounds. Okay, let me answer this one, Ricky. So I hear what you're saying. I do understand that. But what you got to understand is, to me, a lot of what Plant was landing, especially in that back half of that fight, was punches that were coming off the gloves. And to me, even though he was doing a lot of slipping and sliding, he wasn't doing enough paying for me. He wasn't doing enough paying. You can make a dude miss, but if you're just gonna make him miss, he's still gonna have that advantage, because to me, he had the better of the exchange. Because if he throws 5 and he lands 1 grazing punch, you don't throw nothing back, he still wins that exchange even though he missed 4. That's how a lot of that fight went. And to me, I just thought Caleb Plant didn't. To be fair, and Jeff said this before the fight, and we both agreed on this. A lot of people were talking about Caleb Plant and what Caleb Plant will do and what they expected from him. The fact is, A-level fighters, when they flick that switch, they have the ability to turn up the levels. B-level fighters just don't have that switch, and he doesn't have that switch. And a lot of people were saying this about Plant, but the truth is, he just, if as the biggest critic, or the biggest thing we were saying about Plant was, if the dude didn't show us that intensity in the business rounds, or the boxing rounds, the fighting rounds, the rounds where it counted, he didn't show it against Uskatagi, he didn't show it against Caleb Truax. Why would he show it against Canelo? That's why I don't understand how everybody was so gassed about Caleb Plant before the fight. The dude's never shown us that he can flick that switch. So what made us think he was gonna flick the switch against Canelo? Go ahead.
Ricky, before I answer this, before I get into your comment, I actually want you to answer me a question before I get into your comment. I think this will tell a lot. Who did you have winning between Canelo and Erislandy Lara? Once you answer that, I'm gonna get into that comment in detail. But I'm real curious.
Do you know what the difference was that between Erislandy Lara and?
No, I want him to tell me. I want him to tell me. I know the difference. I want him to. Yeah, I want him to tell me. And it depending on his answer, depending on his answer is how I'm gonna approach. Okay, so he had Lara. Okay, so now I can. Okay, so now I can. So now I can answer it.
But
go ahead. Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead.
The difference between Lara and Caleb Plant was Caleb Plant in the pocket was actually holding his feet. So when you're holding your feet, that means you got to get something off, because the chances of him getting something off if he throws a 5-piece is more likely. The difference with Lara was, as soon as Canelo came close, the dude was running. The dude was literally running to the opposite side of the ring. Now, the reason why I had Lara up, I think I even had it a draw or Lara win, was because to me, Lara wasn't getting hit as much as Caleb Plant. Lara will land a shot. It might have been a shoe shining shot, but as soon as Canelo came close, he would run to the other side of the ring. Whereas Caleb Plant stood in the pocket and he got hit.
Let me hold on. All right. So, all right, Ricky, you had Lara winning the fight. I had Lara winning the fight too. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you why I asked that question. So I'm gonna go back to your comment. You said I can't keep taking this from folks. A power punch isn't any more of a count than a jab. Clean, effective punching. The only power punch that counts different is the one that knocked them out. All right. So let me break down this fight between Caleb Plant and Canelo. Neither one of them had a whole lot of success offensively. Like, let me get that out of the way. Canelo didn't have a lot of success offensively. Caleb Plant didn't have a lot of success offensively. A lot of Canelo's shots were getting blocked. A lot of Caleb Plant's shots was getting blocked, or they were real shoe shine type stuff. When you have a situation like that, Ricky, you really have to ask yourself, and everybody judge rounds different. So you really got to ask yourself, who am I going to reward the round to and why? So you had a 6'4" Plant. I had a 6'4" Canelo. The rounds that I gave Plant is the ones that, even if he was trying to shoe shine, he gave the attempt to score. Those are the rounds that I gave him. The rounds where I felt like he was all defensive, all shoulder roll, all movement, all of that, and there was no scoring attempts, I didn't give him the round. I didn't give it to him, because at the end of the day, boxing is no different than basketball, football, or whatever. I look at it, clean, effective punching. It's a scoreboard. It's a scoreboard. If Caleb Plant, so when he was doing the shoulder roll, right? He was doing the shoulder roll. And this is why I don't like fighters doing the shoulder roll if they ain't been doing it since they was a kid. Because if you can't attack off of the shoulder roll, all you're doing is just taking shots, even though they're not landing. Like, you're taking shots to parts of your body. He took a lot of kidney shots because of that shoulder roll. He took a lot of kidney shots because of that shoulder roll. Now,
took a lot of shots in the back as well.
He took a lot of shots in his back. He took a lot of shots in his kidneys, and because that's what he offered Canelo. So Canelo took what was offered. So here's the thing. So he spent a lot of the rounds. Like, I love the movement. Let me get this out the way. I love the movement from Caleb Plant, right? He even pivoted when he had to. I like that. He wasn't repetitive with his movement. Sometimes it moved to the left, sometimes it moved to the right. He did all of that. All of that was fine.
But that's
textbook.
What we expected from
that's
him
what we.
Before
that's what
the
we
fight.
expected.
It was the offense.
That's what we expected. So in a lot of these rounds, and again, Ricky, neither one of these guys did a whole lot for us to determine a clear winner of the round. I had to ask myself, am I going to give Caleb Plant a round for moving around well, pivoting well, catching everything in the shoulder roll, and not getting hit with anything, but not really throwing anything either? That was really the question I had to ask myself after probably damn near all of these rounds. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, when you have a fight like this, you're really splitting hairs, really.
Facts.
You're really splitting hairs. So it's just, I'm not Ricky. I'm not saying that you're wrong for your opinion. I'm not saying that you're wrong for your scorecard or anything like that. I seen people that had Caleb playing up 8-2, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So I get it. But when I score a round, if Canelo throws 30 shots, 25 of them are blocked. Caleb Plant blocks 25 shots, but he only throws 5. He may land 2, but they soft. Are you going to get a person that did sound work defensively the round, or are you going to give the guy that was actually trying to score the round? That's the actual dilemma that you have. And the fact that he fought Canelo, it was big, because you can't pot shot Canelo and win rounds against Canelo. It's just, you can't pot shot and win rounds. Go ahead, Flo. Go ahead.
When you spoke defensively, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I came to a 5-5 because I gave him some rounds that I thought he was superior defensively. And you could tell there was a couple rounds, I would say like the 4th, where Canelo just, it's like, it's gonna come to me. That patience, that same sort of patience he showed against Kovalev early in the fight, if anybody can remember that 2nd, 3rd round where he didn't press. So with this fight, I just thought he felt like he waited for it to come to him. So if you're judging, you could maybe give Caleb Plant a few rounds just based on some of the things he did do defensively. My thing, I thought turning to the side helped him, because he didn't eat a lot of them clean body shots that normally Canelo gets off, especially that left hook to the liver. It's debilitating. But him turning sideways, he was kind of catching it more to the stomach, and then the right hand going behind the back. Not really an effective punch from Canelo, even though it's a body shot, but it's just not one of his body shots that, hurts anybody on that level. But anyway, I did give Caleb Plant a few rounds based on defensive nature, and you could have easily gave them to Canelo based on him coming forward the whole fight. Literally, the whole fight.
Yeah. Hold on, Shane, before you get to that comment, bro. And here's another thing. Like, even with Vlog, he said he gave Caleb Plant a couple of rounds just off of his defensive prowess. Me personally, I'm not doing that, because I'm like, he still ain't score. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like, in my head, I have
but on the flip side, if he's defensive, that means Alvarez is not very effective either. So if it's that close, what stood out more to me? You know what I mean? Like I said, we know.
I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. So yes, that's why I said you're splitting hairs and you have a decision to make. Are you gonna give the guy that's being defensive the round and he didn't score, or are you gonna give the guy that's being aggressive and throwing the shots and trying to score and is just getting blocked? Which one are you doing? And it's just like, and it's a scoreboard. I'm like, you can't put no points on the board if you don't shoot. So you basically asking me to get Caleb playing around and he don't shoot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how. Go ahead.
Because I wanna get into this, but I wanna run through these comments quick.
All right, well, let me run through them. Big shout out to my man King Louis, man. He said Plant was gassed after the 4th. I had Plant winning 3 rounds. Ricky said Laura. King Louis said, I thought Victor Conti and Snack would play a part. Canelo got the best chemist in the game. That's funny. He said, that's not true. I know that was towards something you said, Shane, but I'll let you get at that in a minute. My man Miles Williams in the building. What's going on? He said, damn, I went for round 8, but most master classes ended in 11. That's funny. Shout out to you, family. Boxing learner, the more damage, punches always matter more. All punches are not equal, in my opinion. Canelo took mad right hand counters, bro.
I don't think Canelo. I don't think
no,
Canelo
I had somebody else. I had somebody else say that too, and I'm gonna get into that. But Ricky Wayne said, I give the guy who looks more in the element. Canelo is the one who looked frustrated and out of place. Defense is part of the game too. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Let me get
the truth is, go on to Conrad's comment.
Conrad, before Caleb slowed down, he was clearly superior in the ring, in my opinion. And Shane, I'm gonna let you, because this is a matter of how you score around.
I feel like a lot of people are looking at this, and again, I just feel like people are looking at this incorrectly. Because when I watched that fight, I didn't feel like Caleb Plant had control at any stage of the fight. I thought Canelo had 100% control at every stage of this fight. Because to me, shoe shining don't win rounds. Landing punches win rounds. By the way, Conrad, I see your comment. We're gonna get to that in a second. But let me finish my point before you get me too excited, because I just saw a name and I just put my blood pressure a little bit high. But when I look at the likes of what's it called? When I look at the likes of Canelo and Caleb Plant, I saw exactly what I expect. If you look at how me and Jeff broke down the fight before the fight, and we were basically saying the same thing, exactly what I said. The first 4 rounds, Caleb Plant's gonna go out there and he's gonna make Canelo look really stupid. He's gonna make him miss. But the problem is, when he tries to get his offense off, that's when he's gonna run into problems. And that was exactly what we saw. And the problem, and what Canelo realized early, is this dude can't hurt me. And this dude, when he goes forward, he's always open for a counter. And as well as in the pocket, this shoulder roll does not offer a counter. He doesn't offer him a counter chance, like a counter opportunity to land a counter shot. So as the fight went on and on, Canelo could just step on the levels a bit more, just go through the gas and go through the gears much easier than Caleb Plant, because Caleb Plant started at 100 miles an hour. He can't sustain that. You can't sustain the way he was fighting all the way through the fight. And Canelo eased his way into the fight. By the time we got to round 8, 9, 10, it was clear. It was clear the momentum had shifted. After 8 rounds, I had Caleb Plant winning. After 10 rounds, I had Canelo winning, because it was, I had Canelo winning. Because
you had him win at 8, 9, 10?
I didn't win in 8, 9, 10, bro. Because you could clearly see the momentum had shifted. And I just feel like in the business rounds, and this is what I'm saying, an A-level fighter, when they switch, when they have the ability to switch, B-level fighters are good fighters, but they don't have that switch. When it comes to the business end of a fight, they don't have that switch. We see that so many times in other fighters. He just doesn't have it.
Go ahead, Vlog.
Let me say this, bro. I think he had a lot of wasted movement in that fight, bro. Points where he should have pivoted, points where he should have just simply tied up, just to stop the momentum instead of using the whole ring. Because if you look at the knockdown, it was not the cleanest of any Canelo one-hitter quitters that we've seen in boxing. And even the uppercut was okay, but it was really the first shot that made him truly realize, like, yo, I'm hella tired. So, boom, that he fell into the uppercut. But that being said, it just wasn't a pretty fight if you looking at it from, oh, my God, I just won and made history, super middleweight, undisputed, blah, 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 everybody giving the dude his flowers. It wasn't spectacular, bro. It wasn't, bro. Very unspectacular. It was a good fight, though. Don't get it twisted. I watched the whole thing. It was a good fight. A lot of buffering on that link I got from the plug, but we ain't gonna say nothing about that. Yes, I'm talking about. But anyway, it was a good fight, bro. It was unexciting because we knew Plant didn't have the power to make it exciting. Some of those shots were flashy. Oh, his head snapped back. He was probably on his way back just to try to avoid the shot. He ate it anyway because he wasn't defensive as we've seen him in the past, because he knew he didn't have to be, bro. He doesn't have a killer in front of him. So, I mean, it just seemed like everything was going to happen in time, and in time it happened. So that was just my take on that fight, bro.
That was one of the easiest fights that me, and I have to say me and Jeff, because me and Jeff were saying this. That was one of the easiest fights you could call it. There was no surprise in that. The only surprise was that he actually got the stoppage. I was surprised about that because I actually thought Caleb Plant didn't even get hurt. I just thought he was just so overwhelmed and tired that he just couldn't stand up anymore.
Listen, if you hurt, you don't run across the ring like that. When you tired, you try to jog that shit off the way he did. He was trying to run off the fact that he was just literally gassed, bro. And I don't know, that was just a weird way to.
He was gassed and hurt. He was gassed.
Yeah, I mean, he was hurt, bro. But like, come on, it wasn't like devastating though.
No, but bro, the reason why I agree with Blunt, bro, is because when you're hurt, what you do is you take the knee, you stay on the ground, and you take a breather to recover. When you're tired, you get up straight away. Get up straight away.
But you're talking about somebody that's never been in that position before in their career.
That's true. How many times have we seen dudes take the knee after they get knocked down and take as much of the time as they can? This dude got up after 3 seconds.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Somebody that's never been in that position before, your instincts is going to tell you to get up immediately. Do we not remember what happened with Zab Judah and Constantine?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? I actually want to address 2 things that Ricky Williams said. The whole Lara thing, the reason I gave Lara the fight is because I can make a little mini highlight reel of heavy shots that he landed on Canelo while he was doing all that running. Right. So, like, I think he eked out enough rounds with hard shots that.
And I don't think Canelo landed a lot of punches in that fight. Canelo didn't land nothing in that fight.
Canelo didn't land anything in that fight. Like, he didn't land anything in that fight.
In fact, the only person who landed anything significant in that entire fight was Lara.
That's why I gave him the fight. So that's why I asked you, who did you give that fight to? Because I wanted to get an idea of how you score rounds. So with you scoring, I'm assuming you gave Lara the fight for the same reason I gave Lara the fight, that he landed significant shots and Canelo didn't land anything. The difference with this situation is those right hands that you talking about off of the shoulder roll. That's the shot that's gonna be available. You know what I'm saying? That's the shot that's gonna be available. Another person lands that shot a lot in the shoulder roll, and that's Adrian Broner. He lands that shot a lot off of the shoulder roll. You know what I'm saying? He'll roll with the shot, hit you with that little right hand, but the thing is it's a little right hand. It's a pet like even so Ricky. So when you in the shoulder roll, right, and you roll with the shot like this, and you're coming back with the right hand like that, bro, your weight is not into it. None of that.
Like, there's no transition from your feet. You don't get no leverage.
There's no leverage, no power to it, no nothing. Then on top of that, because you're coming from here and you're throwing it here, depending on where you're sitting, bro, you may not even have seen that shot. Like, I'm talking like judges, like live, because a lot of times that other person's body is blocking it. The only person that can see it is the people that's on the TV.
The thing, if you think about it, bro, they throw the right hand and go straight back to the shoulder roll.
And they go straight back to the shoulder roll.
Bam, and they go right back to it.
Right. So it's like a snake bite. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the quickness of the shot.
Let me quickly go through some of these comments again.
Go ahead.
Before Caleb slowed down, he was clearly superior in the ring. But we said that was going to happen. We said that was going to happen because Canelo was going to start slow and Caleb was always going to start fast. Because that's just the way those people fight. Canelo was a dude who's going to see how things go and wear the dude down. Caleb Plant couldn't afford to start slow. He couldn't afford to. He would have been out of the ring quick.
Can I question that superiority part of that statement? If you don't have power, at what point of the fight are you superior, but only the beginning? I mean, that's the only part of that fight that y'all could really say that this man, quote unquote, all around skill level was superior. But like I said, if you hitting like a kindergartner, bro, that superiority sort of thing kind of don't go with you per se. And I'm only talking about Plant when I make that sort of statement. There may be some other guys that move a lot better and do at some point sit down on some punches. But I mean, I don't feel like we got that from him, bro. I mean, well, you made it a dog contest to just be like, fuck it, you know what I mean? And then I'm hearing excuses about right hands and this tenderoni shit going on, and you know what I mean, bro? It just don't make excuses for the boy, man. This wasn't his moment. He's not that guy, bro. He did not attack that fight as if I'm going after history. He attacked that fight as if we dropped the bag on going the distance. And I know they sick over not getting that bag because he didn't make it based on his own gas tank, not really the damage that Canelo did to him. And that's me being honest, like, bro. I feel like he gave it to Canelo because he was on E and like the eighth, bro. Like,
he knocked out himself with all that running.
Bro, it was like he had the homies pushing his car and he in it. And they got 6 more rounds. Like, hold up, my dude. Anyway, bro.
Let me
It's gonna keep going, bro. There's so much comments.
Go ahead, run through.
Conrad said, I'm not sure if I favor Canelo versus Bivol or at 175 after this. We're gonna get into this as well.
We're gonna get into that
because I don't want to get too excited. Canelo didn't look frustrated. I didn't think he looked frustrated neither. Or Adrian says, I think the mistake people make is they judge a fight based on what they think is going to happen and not what is actually happening. I don't judge a fight like that.
Yeah, in some cases.
Shane, I agree, but my point is that Caleb showed how this Canelo can be beat. Bro, we've always known how Canelo can be beat. We already know. Canelo's been beat before, you know. He's actually been beaten maybe 3 times. But he just don't get he just gets the decision. Conrad Boxing needs an A-level fighter for that. True. No, you do. When Canelo makes the switch, you need to be able to switch as well, bro. Plant didn't force Canelo to change his plan A. That's a fact. Miles Williams, Canelo's left hand was a game changer in the second half of the fight. No, I just think that Caleb's lack of power and the fact that he wasn't able to get Canelo's respect, that was a game changer. The moment you don't get a dude's respect, the dude's just going to walk through that front door without an admission fee. And he's going to eat off your table and put his foot on your table, and you can't tell him to leave your house. Second, Ezra says, Plant didn't use his advantage. Bro, he had advantages in that fight, and he used it when he could. But at the end of the day, when you've only fought at a certain level, you don't even know how far you can push yourself. And that's the difference. Miles Williams says, you're right, Vlog. It was good. It was a good fight, but nothing spectacular. I think Charlo definitely deserved a shot now. Do you want to get into that part of the live, or you got more stuff to say on this?
Yeah, I actually got to cook up. I got to cook up a little bit more. Go ahead, Vlog, before I go.
Oh, no.
Just let me quickly come back. I'm going to quickly come back.
Okay. Go ahead, Vlog.
No, do what you do. I just wanted to give old boy Miles a big shout out for recognizing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, so yeah, like it's I'm trying to think. It was a comment I wanted to get to. Did y'all hear Vlog? Did you hear the conversation that Plant started with Canelo in the 9th round?
No, I was gonna lie, bro. I was watching it. Let me be honest, bro. I was 3 different links, bro. So I was getting
I'm gonna send you. I just sent it to your IG. I want you to watch it for me real quick. It's a quick 20-second clip. I want you to watch it for me.
All right, hold on, bro. Let me get this other this Samsung tablet.
All right. Throw yourself on mute real quick. I'm gonna cook up until you get back. Yeah, Conrad, in terms of Caleb Plant looking superior, Caleb Plant, like early, I like the movement. I like the movement. I like the pivoting. I wasn't a real big fan of the shoulder roll. I felt like he was doing it too much, me personally, especially when you're not used to doing a shoulder roll. And even though he did land some soft right hands off of the shoulder roll, at some point, I'm looking for Caleb Plant to really sit down on his shots, even if you know you don't have power like that. Sometimes you gotta let your opponent know, like, listen, like you cross this line, you about to catch something hot. He never did that, and he wore himself out with all the movement. I agree with Vlog 100%. Like he did too much moving, in my personal opinion, and he wore himself down. He wore himself down more than Canelo did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like it was probably 3-4 times during the course of every round where I felt like he shouldn't have been moving. He should have just sat there and just tried to get his work off. It was one round where Canelo Alvarez was on the ropes for a whole minute, begging for him to throw something, and he just kidding shit, just pity patting and shit like that. Like, it's just, I got this from the fight. I didn't break down anything technical or anything like that. This is what I took from the fight. I'm like, there's a difference between you trying to win the fight or doing everything you can to win the fight. There's a difference between the two. And I felt like Caleb Plant did. He tried to win the fight, but he didn't do whatever it took to win the fight. And the second thing is, when it comes down to it, when you fighting somebody like Canelo, you got to fight special. Point blank, period. You got to fight special. And I'm like, Caleb Plant, whether you had a 6'4" Caleb Plant, 6'4", Canelo 5'5", 8'2", whatever the case may be, I think we can all agree Caleb Plant fought basic. You can't fight basic, and you can't pot shot and beat a guy like that.
Nope.
Shane, did you see the conversation that Caleb Plant started up with Canelo in the 9th round?
Nah.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you, right? I was absolutely disgusted when I heard it, because it proved to me everything that we said before the fight. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you right now, because I just sent it to the vlog. I
was gonna say, can you not put it on the live?
I don't have Instagram up on my computer.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you. I was disgusted when I seen this.
What did he say?
I just sent it to you. Just
yeah, he sent it to me, but I'm not gonna jump off the live and watch it.
Oh, okay.
I just watched that shit, and you should look to check my reply, bro. That shit is vomity, bro.
I'm gonna watch it now.
Why are you in there having a conversation with somebody trying to hit you in the mouth?
I was disgusted, bro. Disgusted.
Man, I'm not even disgusted. That just told me
what he did,
what he showed me. Yeah, when he said verbally supported what he showed me.
Yeah, you're not exactly. You're not trying to win. You're not trying to win. You happy to be there.
I can understand the psychological thing. If you started talking and then you hit him in the mouth while he was about to reply to you,
and I'ma still Shane.
You in the fight.
Vlog. I'ma still Shane's line. Nice guys finish last. That's a nice guy moment. No killer is gonna do that. Am I correct? No killer's gonna do that.
I'm in here trying to make history, homie. I'm trying to elbow you in the teeth. For those who don't know,
hold on, Shane. Go ahead, Vlog.
For those, like, bro, hold on, Shane. Hold on,
bro. Go ahead, Vlog. Go ahead.
Like I was saying, bro, when you in a moment like that, we talking about history, bro. You supposed to, hit this dude with everything in the kitchen sink, bro. Like, at some point, you had a full-blown 26-second conversation with a motherfucker in the middle of an undisputed title fight.
Trying to get his
approval. The first in history since Ali. But Ali did it as a psychological thing.
Vlog. But he had a whole 26-second conversation trying to get that man's approval.
Trying to get the dude like to respect. Let me do a transcript of what he said.
Hit the mute real quick, Vlog.
The nigga said, this is what he said verbatim. He said, "Oh, you look pretty. How's the fight going?" He's like, the fight's pretty good, isn't it? He said, "Oh, you're pretty good. You're a pretty good fighter. I respect your skills." Canelo goes, "I know. How am I fighting?" He's like, "You're all right." Literally, he's literally asking the dude during the fight. It's not a spar. How am I fighting? How am I fighting? That's what he said verbatim. How am I fighting in the 9th round?
And then he said, "I'm pretty good for 20-0, ain't I?"
Then he said, "I'm pretty good for 21-0." Literally, bro, what? This dude did not want to win this fight.
Yo, for anybody that want to see that clip, if you haven't seen that clip, just put a 1 in the comment section if you want me to send it to your IG. Like, you gotta watch it yourself. Put a 1 in the comment section if you want me to send it to your IG. And if I don't have your IG, put your IG in the comment section. And this is why, like, you take Ricky Williams' comment. Shane and I knew this before the fight. We knew this before the fight. I said, yo, there's a difference between coming in to try to win and coming in and try to take what's yours. And I knew he was gonna come into this fight and just be happy to be there. And I said, Canelo's been in the ring with Caleb Plants before. Caleb Plant ain't never been in the ring with nothing like that.
But that's an A-level fighter and a B-level fighter mentality, though. Because when, like I said, these are the business end of the round. When an A-level fighter is in the business end, and I'll give you an example. I know people are gonna hate me for saying this. Usyk was up on the cards against AJ, but it was the business end of the round, and he turned it up. He turned up the levels. He was already up, and he turned it up. Whereas Caleb Plant, he was up on certain people's scorecards. Instead of turning it up, he's asking for acknowledgement and approval.
Yo,
that is the difference.
Say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. I think people that was doing that, having him up like that, because I had it close, and I find myself guilty of this. I was giving him that Mayweather effect, and at some point during Floyd's career, I think he earned that from us later on when he showed us this defensive apparatus, because he showed us the dog already. So with Caleb, I don't think he earned that for me to even give him 5 rounds. I'm gonna step out.
A vlog, I want to actually respond to what you said. Even when we gave Floyd Mayweather a pass, we never gave Floyd Mayweather a round where he's doing the shoulder roll and defensive prowess without cracking somebody's head back like 5 times in a round. He had signature moments offensively in the rounds too.
Jeff, can I say this though? And I feel like, not blunt, but I feel like a lot of people gave Caleb Plant rounds not because he actually won, but because they expected less of him and he overachieved. That's what I think it was. It was the fact that
sympathy rounds. He got sympathy rounds.
He's doing better than I thought. I'm gonna give him the round.
I'm gonna give him the round.
The fact that the fight was closer than they thought it was supposed to be. I'm gonna give him the round. It's like if me and LeBron go on the court, and LeBron's shot 4 and I've shot 2. You're doing better than I thought you were doing. So I'm gonna give you extra credit just because it's closer than I thought it would be.
Hey Shane, imagine Alan Babbage having a conversation like that. Like,
that would never happen.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen.
That's what I'm saying. Dillian White having a conversation like that. Like, it'll never happen.
Or Wilder.
Well, Wilder.
These dudes are killers, bro. They're killers. This is something that AJ would say.
Beterbiev don't speak English, but he ain't having that conversation either. Neither is Bivol or Benavidez or none of them. They trying to take your head off. Like, that's.
Can you imagine Tank saying that?
Imagine Tank saying that. Like, it's
never.
Just,
never.
That clip just proved to me everything that I thought of Caleb Plant when he walked into that ring. I said he gonna come in here and he not gonna turn up. I said he's not gonna turn up. I said he's never turned up in his career against no high level competition. I said he's not gonna do it in this fight. And the thing is, that shoulder roll came back to bite him in the ass. So all of those little pot shot right hands that he was hitting Canelo with, that everybody keep telling me about, he got hit with that big leaping left hook because he was trying to get into the shoulder roll stance and Canelo beat him to the punch. He beat him there. And he hit him with an equilibrium shot, which knocked him off balance, and then he leaned right into the uppercut.
Let me go through these comments. John Hughes, shout out to you, bro. Join the fantasy league as well. Beterbiev says Beterbiev Canelo is the fight I want to see. Bro, but Canelo don't want that fight. Until he sees significant regression in Beterbiev, he ain't gonna take that fight because Beterbiev is too much of a live dog right now. Brennan Smith says Plant did good no matter what people are going to dislike him because of where he comes from. No, I don't even care where he comes from. I think he done exactly what I thought he would do, but I don't think he done anything great. I thought he's basic. Plant is a 5-time kickboxing champion. He has more than you think, bro. He had when you watch the fight, you look at a dude who didn't really have much. What's it called? Didn't really have much skills. He all he really done was defend himself a bit, but offensively he didn't really do anything. I thought it was an average performance. I thought it was an average performance from both fighters. I just thought when Canelo turned up the levels, Caleb Plant just couldn't survive. That's what I thought. Both fighters fought average, and that's why it was competitive. But as soon as Canelo flicked that switch and showed that he was a top level fighter, it was straight one-sided. Second Ezra says, send me the video, just gonna send it to you. It was a bad look for Plant. 100%. Bruce Gold says salute. Conrad Boxer says maybe he took a shot to his head too much. Bro, I don't know what it was, but that he should not be saying that in the middle of a round. You should not be saying that in the middle of a business for undisputed, bro. People don't understand. This is a dude who's fighting for history, and you're having that kind of conversation in the ring.
Bro. Second Ezra, what's your Instagram? I'll send it to you.
It's my IG, is Sweet Science Sports.
Okay, hold on a second.
Slavern says, "What's up, guys? It seems like something Plant would say in sparring, bro. Bro, I would say that if me and Boots go in the ring and spar, that's what I would say. But if I'm sparring someone on my level, I ain't trying to get I don't want this guy to give me no credit. I want to knock this dude's head off. That's what I want."
Hold on, Shane, real quick. Second Ezra, is it a clothing brand? It's a Sweet Science Sports. Is it a clothing brand?
This is it. Here, Sweet
Science Sports. Okay, I'm assuming this is it. So I got you.
I felt like he was just looking for vindication, bro. That's what I think he was as well, bro. The dude just didn't have a lot of self-confidence, so he's asking for some form of credit. If we keep it 100, Plant won 2 real rounds and 2 sympathy rounds. Maybe he did, bro. I think he won 3 rounds. I think he won 3 legitimate rounds, and he won maybe a sympathy round or maybe 2 sympathy rounds, if at best. But I definitely feel like there was at least 1 sympathy round in there. At least one sympathy round.
Second Ezra, I just sent it to your Instagram, bro.
Watch it and then come back in the comment section.
Yeah, watch it and come back in the comment section.
Okay, let's get to
we hold on before we jump on. I just want to say this about the scoring. We also giving him rounds that we always take from Canelo when he may be in there against guys like this, like the Billy Joe Saunders and these sort of guys. He might come in knowing I ain't worried about 2, 3. I catch this dude in 4, 5, and 6 type of thing. So we giving up rounds that he gives up himself. So there's just a point with that judging and how we saying like Caleb really went out there and took the round like that. Not really, bro.
No, that's a very good point, because if you think about it, Canelo does give up rounds, and he's probably looking at it like, I don't really care, I'm gonna get you in the back end. And as you said, he probably was looking at it like that. I don't think Caleb Plant. I think there was only 1 round I thought Caleb Plant went out there and took. There was a round that I gave to Caleb Plant where Canelo literally just stood on the ropes for 2 minutes and wanted to see what Caleb Plant was throwing. I don't know if you guys remember that. He literally just stood on the ropes and Caleb Plant was literally shoe shining a little bit. And you have to give him the round because shoe shining counts. But Canelo really didn't do nothing. Canelo could rest whenever he wanted to rest. Canelo could attack whenever he wanted to attack. He could go forward whenever he wanted to go forward. He could go back when he controlled the whole fight. He could have
a conversation if he wanted to, and he allowed dude to have a conversation. So this is that was ridiculous, bro. That was terrible.
I was disgusted by that, man. I just going in, like watching the rounds, I'm just like, yo, he reminds me of that kid that stole a piece of candy and he trying to sneak out the back of the store. Like I needed somebody. I needed for him to run up in the bank with the shotgun. That's how I wanted him. That's how I wanted him to be. You know what I'm saying?
The truth is, bro, this is why I don't give Canelo credit for that win. I'm gonna keep it. That's why I don't give him credit for that win. Because every shortcoming that Caleb Plant had in that fight, I said was gonna happen before the fight. I just saw it. That's why I didn't even care about the fight that much. Even though it was undisputed, and I give him credit for becoming undisputed. Have to give him credit for that. But the opponent, they ain't nothing.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna give him credit for the victory. Somebody that's not trying to engage somebody that's not trying to go for it, that's the hardest guy to get up out of there. That's the hardest guy to get up out of there. The fact that he got him out of there and got him up out of there late.
But
That's why I'm giving him credit for that.
I feel like Caleb Plant knocked out himself.
Nah, but he still, yeah, but the thing is, though, he got caught with, now, it wasn't his cleanest shot, but that uppercut was legit. That uppercut was legit.
No, you can't take away from the fact that he's undisputed. But when I look at undisputed, I feel like I give more credit. People have to keep it 100. You can't give credit for Canelo for becoming undisputed, but not. I give more credit to Usyk and Taylor for coming undisputed, or Teofimo Lopez, than him, because I think their road to undisputed were harder, and I think they fought a much better fight.
But the thing is, I gotta give Canelo credit because I gave Crawford credit. That competition wasn't good neither.
No, but this is the difference, though. This is the difference, bro. The reason why I gave Crawford credit is the same credit I'm giving Canelo. I give you credit for becoming undisputed. I've never spoken about that Indongo fight as, oh, wow, like everybody's saying, oh, now we know Canelo's a beast. Why do we know that now? Why do we know that now? What happened in that fight that made me, other than the VADA testing, that changed my mind? I already knew he was going to beat Caleb Plant. That's why I don't look. You've never, ever, ever, Jeff, heard me use the Indongo fight as a reason to justify Terence Crawford's status. You've never heard me use it, because the truth is that was an easy fight. And I looked at the Caleb Plant as an easy fight, just like I looked at the Saunders fight as an easy fight, and the Callum Smith fight as an easy fight. I looked at all three of those fights as easy fights because they were
all that's cool. No, I said all that's cool, and I don't disagree with any of that. It's just, it's the fact that he got him out of there. That's my point.
No,
he got him up out of there. Like it's hard. It's hard getting it. Like what he did to Billy Jones. It's hard getting a dude like that up out of there. Like if it was that easy, he would have an L on his record already. You know what I mean?
Who would have given him that L?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. He was the first person to actually do it.
But who else was good enough to beat Caleb Plant? Let's keep it real. Who's category or Caleb Plant?
No, neither one of them. But there's several other guys at 168 that I don't think Caleb Plant beats. This is before the fight.
Yeah, and that's why this narrative that Canelo was fighting the best was a fraudulent narrative. It was all fraudulent.
He was fighting the last champion in the division.
Yeah,
that's how I looked at it.
He's fighting the last. That's like when people looked at it when Canelo became when Crawford became undisputed. Everybody knew the real fight was him versus Postal. Once he beat Postal, everybody knew he was gonna beat Indongo. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that.
Like, and the thing is with Canelo, like with Plant, I'm like, before the fight, I felt like Plant wouldn't have beat Benavidez.
I said that.
I don't think he'd have beat Anthony Durrell, to be honest with you. There's a couple guys at 168 that I didn't think he would beat.
Can I give dudes a little bit of a history lesson? Not complete history, but just landscape. When Canelo moved up to 168 the first time and fought Rocky Fielding, the champions were Zurdo Ramirez, Benavidez, Callum Smith, and Caleb Plant. Let's keep it real. Out of those four champions, the two best were Zurdo Ramirez and Benavidez. Those were the two best champions at that time. You could ask anyone, the general consensus was Zurdo Ramirez and Benavidez were the two best champions at the time. He didn't fight those dudes. And that's why I don't give him credit for becoming, I do give him credit for becoming undisputed, but what this narrative of him fighting the best in the division, it's all fraudulent, because Callum Smith, let's keep it real, this was a dude who already had lost to John Ryder in his previous fight. Billy Joe Saunders, the only reason why he was even at 168 was he came off the nasal spray, and he's been horrendous ever since. And he couldn't make weight anymore because he's off the nasal spray. Let's just keep it real. And then the other fight was Yildirim. He wasn't even a champion. This is just the facts. There's nothing that I'm saying that's not a fact. There's nothing that I'm saying that's not a fact. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, before I do that vlog, you want to add on to that?
you don't want to hear what I got to say about this particular topic because that'll be taking his flowers away, man. And I don't want to be that guy that takes this man flowers away.
Bro, talk your shit, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I equate this to what's happening in sports, throughout sports. And you gotta look when it comes to historical level, because what he just did technically is something that's supposed to go down in the record books. But does it go down with an asterisk or not is the real key question, bro. Because we gotta look at the whole team and what the history of that particular situation is with them, because he's a lifer with them, bro. So this is just weird, bro. It's just weird for me, bro. So I mean, it reminds me of the Barry Bonds situation and how all of that went down in baseball. Is these dudes legends? Are they not legends? You know what I mean? Like it's an iffy situation for me, bro. So I don't want to take his flowers now. So I will take them if they come back on some bullshit with that testing shit. So hopefully Vada keep everything square and everything is square. So that's the only thing I can really say about that. But historically, I ain't ready to place him there, but he did achieve it. Competition, we know what it was, man. We talking about European tour, you know, late night pub work, you know what that is. So then you come over here and, you know, you fighting a damn bouncer at the pool hall and shit, bro. This dude is, you know what I mean? I don't dislike boxing. I love boxing, bro. But if you can't fight, motherfucker, this is a one-sided contest to me. You understand what I'm talking about? So, big ups to him, though, bro. Big ups to him.
I see Chris G and Conrad going back. Let me tell you, Chris G, I'm gonna end your conversations one time. You're talking about Eugene was mandatory. Charlo was a mandatory for 2 years. He didn't fight Charlo. That's a fact. So I don't want to hear this talk about all of a sudden he had to fight his mandatory, because Charlo was a mandatory for 2 years and he did not fight Charlo. So why all of a sudden does he want to fight Eugene? It was a hand-picked fight, bro. He picked Yildirim because if he really cared about fighting mandatories, why didn't he fight Charlo when Charlo was a mandatory for 2 years? That's a fact. Jeff, another thing. When you become champion at 168, WBO, or any weight class, when you're a WBO champion, when you move up, what happens? A WBO champion, when you move up, what happens?
You're mandatory for that for that champion.
Automatically, right?
That's how it's supposed to be, yes.
So when Zerdo moved up to 168, from 168 to 175, he was WBO champion when he beat Jesse Hart. He moved up to 175. Canelo was champion. Why didn't he fight Zerdo Ramirez? If you care about mandatory, why do you not fight Zerdo Ramirez?
I'm gonna pitch this question to you, Shane. There was a time where Charlo did turn down a Canelo fight. You got any response for that?
Bro, if a fight gets ordered, there's no turning down. It goes to purse bids. Then what happens? The next person in line takes the fight. Why are we acting like we don't see this?
No, I'm talking about after that.
We're talking about an ordered fight. We're talking about an ordered fight. If a fight's ordered, it's ordered.
I ain't talking about the order part. I ain't talking about that when he was the mandatory. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about after that when he wasn't the mandatory. A contract was offered to him and he did turn it down.
We know how Al Heyman does it, bro.
I know. I'm just saying. I told Chris G that I was gonna mention that to you. That's the only reason I'm saying it. I said I was going to mention
Chris G saying right now. I'm reading the comments off the side of my eyes. He's saying it was never ordered, bro. It doesn't make a difference because if we're keeping it all the way 100, if you want to fight your mandatory, you fight your mandatory. Zerdo Ramirez was a mandatory. Charlo was a mandatory. There's a reason why. How can a dude be mandatory for 2 years and not a fight not be ordered? How can a dude be mandatory for 2 years and a fight not be ordered? Do you want to know why it wasn't ordered, Chris G? Because when it was supposed to be ordered, they elevated the dude to franchise champion. That's what they did. That is a fact.
Okay,
they elevated him to franchise champion.
You could be all day correcting that. What I want to know from Chris Alvarez, what does he believe his next fight will be? Since he's supporting that he fought a mandatory fight, what does he believe and what does he see the landscape to be for Canelo's next fight? And that's going to springboard us into the next top part of this live, man. So let's get it.
Fantastic. Jeff, go through these comments. Where was the last comment?
Bro,
I don't even remember.
Hold on, I'll find it. Hold on.
This one here it was.
Hold on. All right, I got it. Conrad said Plant gave Canelo more problems than he expected. That is why he says he needs to rest until May. I just think, well, that's the next big holiday. He's May, September. Like, that's just, I don't think it had anything to do with Caleb Plant giving him this astronomical amount of work. He said, I don't think Canelo was happy with how the fight went. To be honest, that's why I said, Conrad, hold on. Let me get on that real quick. That's why I said you got to give Canelo credit, because when somebody's not trying to engage, when someone's not trying to be offensive, that's the hardest guy to get up out of there. Like, nothing about Caleb Plant said action. He did everything humanly possible to set himself up for action. And he never took the check to the darn cash window to cash. Like, he never did it. He did everything. He did the movement, the shoulder roll, the pivot,
slipping and sliding,
slipping and sliding. He did everything you need to do to set yourself up to get off offensively. And he never attempted to get off. When you let a guy sit on the ropes for a whole minute
and don't throw nothing,
if you don't throw nothing, to be honest with you, I wanted to give Canelo that round just off the fact that he ain't take advantage. Like, he pissed me off.
If any dude sits on the ropes, unless it's Wilder, any dude sitting on the ropes and for 1 minute, and I'm not working that dude, bro, I might as well retire.
Hey, yo, imagine him sitting on the ropes for a whole minute and he looking across from Beterbiev of Bivol.
It's a different story.
They going to work.
Oh, bro. If it was Beterbiev, but truth is, you wouldn't. That's suicide against someone like Beterbiev, because Beterbiev has the power to knock anyone out. Yeah. And the truth is, we're gonna get to this part. Go through the comments, Carl. That's the part of the live I want to get to. That's the part of the live I want to get to. I don't even care about Caleb Plant. He's a waste of time.
G, Conrad Plant also complains about quick turnarounds, fighting once a year. You guys think Canelo vacating if they mandate Benavidez fight? Quick answer, yes, I do. Gilderum was a WBC mandatory for Benavidez before getting stripped. Chris G, to answer that, that was a handpick. That was a handpick. Conrad said it was a handpick. He said Gilderum was a mandatory for a long time for the WBC because of a controversial decision. If Benavidez had fought him as a mandatory, would you say that? Chris G, let me Conrad probably, he might have answered that already. I thought the WBC president said that. Yeah, the WBC. So this what happened. So after Gilderum lost the fight to Darrell, Gilderum went to the WBC and said, yo, I think I won the fight. And then Canelo came in and said, you know what? I want to fight that guy. And they turned around and made him the mandatory so Canelo could fight it. That's what happened.
And let's keep it all the way 100, bro. You talk about mandatory. I don't know if you know this, Chris G, but unification trumps mandatory. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Is that not a fact, Jeff?
No, that's a fact. Chris G said Charlo turned money down for the fight. I already sent proof in the Instagram group chat. Yeah, he did turn it down. He turned it down.
I'm not talking about that, but we see this all the time with our Heyman fighters. They're not going to the other side of the street to make money, to make another company rich. But my point is, why was that fight never ordered? The reason why it wasn't ordered was because he didn't take that fight because he became franchise champion. He could have came franchise champion at 168. Ain't nobody running from Yildirim. You just become franchise champion at 168. It's not that difficult.
Yeah. Miles Williams, so glad Haney acknowledged Tank would beat T.O. if they fought. Miles, actually, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I don't give a damn. I'm on my own goddamn channel. My man Padman McGriff gonna be working with Devin Haney for the JoJo fight. So congratulations to Padman McGriff.
He's in the comments as well, by the way.
Oh, okay. Chris G, it was never ordered by the WBC.
Why?
Jamal Charlo was not upset about it.
Is that not alarming to you? That a fight, a guy's mandatory for 2 years and it was never ordered? Is that not alarming? does not even ring off alarm bells. Why was it not ordered? Because Canelo don't want it to be ordered. This dude plays poker with Mauricio Suleiman all the time. Eddie Hearn even said it the other day. They were playing poker together. What dude do you know that plays poker with a commissioner? Is that not corruption, bro? That's like me being a fighter and Jeff being the commissioner. Me and Jeff's on live every day. That doesn't even make sense.
I'm playing pool with him when he come to town and shit.
What the?
My man Chris Casey in the building. He said I was wrong. I must admit.
I knew you were gonna be wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you on it a little bit.
You gotta eat crow on that one.
Yeah, boxing learner. He fought 4 times in less than a year. I think he needs to rest.
He didn't fight 4 times. He fought.
Hey, bro, what is girl over there tickling his feet or something?
No, bro, I know why he's laughing because those weren't 4 fights, bro. Those were 4 cupcakes.
They was 4 European tours. My man Padman McGriff in the building, man. Congratulations to you, brother. That's a big move, man. 2 Guns. Big shout out to you. Subscribe to the channel. Go to the website, subscribe to my man BoxingFirst Vlog as well. Good to see you in here. Said Charlo has had only 2 fights since 2019. Canelo fought 6 times. I can't see Charlo beating Cinnamon. He said, why Haney don't fight Shakur or Tank, or Shakur fight Tank?
We're going through the different lines.
I'm gonna run through them real quick. I have 2 Guns. I'm gonna get to that though. Said Padman is in the building. Yes, sir. Gilderum was a mandatory for Benavidez. That was actually his next fight, and Gilderum got hurt and then fought Angulo and got stripped that fight, and then Canelo hopped in there. That happened. That happened. It
but what you don't understand, bro, it was Canelo won the WBC belt against Smith, not against Yildirim. He won it against Smith.
2 Guns said Canelo, the European Slayer. Yeah, the European tour, crazy. Padman said, listen, Canelo was ducking people. Is obvious. That is the bottom line. Yes, we know he's a great fighter, and Plant didn't do his homework. You know what? I don't even think Padman. Hey, Padman, I'm gonna send you this link. I'm gonna send you this conversation that he had with Canelo.
It's an absolute disgrace.
I'm gonna send it to you. Yes.
Jeff, hold on. You didn't even read it right, because he called that motherfucker Kayla. God damn, Batman. God damn.
Hold on. I didn't know if that was a typo or not. I ain't wanna.
Nah, bro, that ain't no typo with a K. With a K.
Did you hold on, Padman? Hold on. I'm gonna let the man confirm that himself.
Did
you call that man? Did you call him Kayla, bro? Did you call him Kayla instead of Caleb? I just need a yes or no, Padman. That's all. Because I'm gonna laugh my ass off if you tell me yes. Miles said Canelo will fight Benavidez. He will avoid Charlo again. No, he'll fight Charlo. He'll fight Charlo before he fight Benavidez. Yeah,
this gets us to the next part of the live. I'm gonna say this off the dome. For one, I think Beterbiev beats Canelo. I think Beterbiev beats Canelo. I also think Benavidez gives Canelo a real tough fight. He could potentially win. I think Zerdo could potentially win. And I think Bivol will win but get robbed. That's what I think. But I think he stays far from all of those dudes.
And I get that. That leads me to who he will actually fight, because it's just been announced that Zach Parker is the WBO mandatory. So if he not going to drop them belts and go to some different division and do this division hopping. So that's the next fight. He's back to the European tour, and Parker nice, but he a youngster, man. He not ready, bro. So it's back to Europe. You know what I mean? Back to where it's good eating. You know.
Hey, Vlog, let me get in this comment section real quick, man. Padman is an idiot, yo. He said, I trained Yildirim in Germany. He was garbage. Then that was a waste of a fight. That's padded his record. Yo, Padman, ruthless, yo.
Savage. That is straight savage.
Yo, that's some savage shit, yo. Chris G said he did not avoid Charlo. Chris G, I will say this. Canelo didn't give a concerted effort to go see him. it's the same thing with Andre. He didn't make an effort to go see him.
He didn't make an effort to see Andre as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't make a concerted effort to see
now
him.
who we know for a fact he definitely ducked was Zerdo Ramirez. We know that for a fact. Because all of a sudden this nigga don't fight Mexicans. But could you imagine, bro, what would happen if Wilder said I don't fight black fighters? It would be a frenzy.
Yeah,
people will be saying he's ducking, he's a coward. Could you imagine what would happen if AJ said he don't fight British fighters? People were saying he's ducking Fury, ducking this person. If Errol Spence, I don't fight black fighters. You're ducking Crawford, you're ducking this. Bro, nobody's allowed to get away with a comment like that. But he's allowed to get away with that. Bro, this guy is a fraud as well. He's a world-class fighter. But this whole pound for pound number one stuff, that's fraudulent to me. That's all fraudulent. Because I can pinpoint how much time this dude has slip and slid his way to where he is now. He slip and slid his way. You know, all of the herky jerky way to the top.
Shane, hold on, man. Yo, Batman is killing me, yo. Hold on. Chris G, how can he avoid someone who turns down the fight? Chris G, you got your timestamps wrong. What Shane is talking about is prior to him turning down the offer. This was around the time when he was at 160 and Charlo was the mandatory. This was when the whole franchise championship was hot at the moment, because this was around the time that they was talking about making Lomachenko the franchise champion.
Yeah, I remember the interim. They put Charlo as the interim champion because Canelo had just moved up to 168 to fight Rocky Fielding, so they didn't know what he was gonna do.
So it was around the same time when they made Lomachenko franchise champion and they made Devin Haney the actual champion. That was the actual plan. So that's the timestamp that Shane's talking about. What you're talking about is what happened afterwards. So it's just different. Padman, hold on. Now I want to break this down. Padman said typo, right? That's why I said let him confirm it. Said typo, right? I'm gonna skip your comment. But then he follows up and said he fought like it. He fought like a Kayla. That's
fair enough.
Second answer said Kayla Plant versus Amanda Serrano. That is funny.
That is funny.
He said Benavidez is a stand in front of you mid-range fighter. He will destroy Canelo because he has volume and punches.
Bro, he's gonna be a tough fight for Canelo.
Benavidez got the best shot of beating Canelo.
No. Let me add this. That booger sugar give you a little bit of heart too, boy. That booger sugar make you feel like you can't be hurt. So you just gotta make sure he pissing correctly.
Vlog, but I understand that, but I'm like, if that test come back negative, I think actually I give him more credit for that than the actual unification.
Me as well. But the truth is though, with the Benavidez thing is, the last person we saw legitimately beat Canelo was Golovkin in the first fight. And that's because Golovkin had Canelo going in reverse. We know Canelo has no reverse gear. Let's keep it real. If Canelo fights Beterbiev, if Canelo fights Zerdo Ramirez, if Canelo fights Benavidez, Canelo's the one going in reverse. Those dudes are just so much bigger than him, so much stronger than him, so much more like physically imposing. And the volume that they fight at, Canelo can't walk forward against that. He just can't.
I don't think he fights any of them.
I don't think
he fights Beterbiev. I don't think he fights Bivol. I don't think he fights Benavidez. I don't think he fights any of them.
I told y'all who he fighting, man. He fighting that Parker for that WBO title. And it's
WBO what though? WBO what?
The super middleweight.
Jack Parker just won on Saturday. He just won on Saturday.
He beat he beat some dude named Morrison. You know what I'm saying? And bought me a little bit of shoe money on it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate him on that. But I'm just saying, bro, the landscape is laid out. We see what his resume is, man. His resume isn't the fan-friendly fight. His resume is get the bag, get out clean. That's
he might fight Eubank, you know, because Eubank's a big cash fight as well.
I don't think so.
Not like Zach Parker would be, because it is Zach Parker.
No, Eubank's a bigger cash cow than Zach Parker. Trust me.
Zach Parker is a baseball player, bro.
Zach Parker has the complexion for the inflection. So,
bro,
you can build that up. You understand what I'm saying? And that's ain't no cap or nothing. I'm just saying.
Hey, Vlog, you bet on Zach Parker because you like the name.
No, bro, I ain't gonna lie. On my old IG, bro, I did some early work on him when he was like 14-0. He got a nice little style, bro, but he, like Plant, hasn't seen that next level competition to be like, yo, he'll be a factor in that fight. And I actually don't know the route that they've taken him in the last 2 fights, that's a WBO mandatory situation, but they say it's inked and it's already been put out. So I'm just adding it here in the chat so everybody updated and won't be surprised. You heard it here from your boy, Vlog. He fighting Zach Parker in May.
All right, Conrad Boxing said agreed, Pad man. Second Ezra said Canelo will probably fight John Ryder in May. Second Ezra, can you put in the comment section how you felt about that clip? Conrad, yeah, where is this John Ryder talk coming from? I see it everywhere.
Eddie Hearn brought it up. That's why. Eddie Hearn brought it up.
I didn't hear nothing. But I didn't hear. Hold on, Shane. I didn't hear anything. What was said?
Eddie Hearn said that he wants to take Canelo to the UK and to Saudi Arabia, and he said he wants because he won 1 second. He said he won. John Ryder was supposed to fight Bivol. Then he turned the Bivol fight down in Russia because he won because of Eddie Hearn talking about this Canelo fight in the UK.
Shane, you can't tell me Eddie Hearn don't have my phone bugged. Did I not? Was I not on the phone with you off camera? And I said if it was up to me, I would take him to Saudi Arabia and set him up against whoever and make $100 million.
Yeah.
I swear he got my phone bugged, bro. He got my phone bugged for sure. Chris G, who's number one then, Shane? Terrence Crawford. Oh, let me get through the whole thing. Anyone can look like a killer fighting my grandma. Anyone can look like a killer fighting a zombie filled broken Kell Brook or the guy who did my oil change. Go ahead.
Usyk is pound for pound number one. It's not even difficult. Usyk is way more credible than Canelo. It's not even close. I don't even think it's close. Usyk has beaten everybody he's been in the ring with. Canelo hasn't. That's the first thing. And Canelo has cherry-picked his way to... He's the first dude in history that I've seen cherry-pick his way to undisputed. I thought that was impossible. The dude cherry-picked his way to undisputed. That's what he's done. So there's no way. You can't even compare Usyk to Canelo. It's chalk and cheese, bro. Until this dude fights someone who actually has a legitimate chance of beating him, I can't give this guy the credit of Usyk. Trust me.
Chris, let's just keep it real with you all the way thorough. 1,000. Boots is the pound for pound best fighter on the planet right now. Yes, Jerron Boots in it. Straps or no straps, bro. There's nobody doing what this dude is doing in the ring, bro, and he's still learning. So you tell me Canelo's still learning inside that ring. I doubt it very seriously. You can honestly say that with a straight face.
Vlog, put yourself on mute, and that's his punishment. Not because I don't like your sound in the background. Hey man, Vlog, cut that out, man.
I mean, he's the most talented fighter in the sport, but
he's the most talented fighter in the sport, but he's not even the best in his division.
Bro, the division is cool. It's nice. But if you put him up against any of them dudes, bro, he dog walking them all, bro. That's why they don't want to see him. That's why he wasn't bought up when he was 21-0. That's why he wasn't bought up when he was 22-0. Just saying, bro.
I'm just saying, Vlog. Yet that's your opinion. That's cool. But we going off a track record. We not going to ignore people's track records. We're not going to ignore that. Not going to ignore people's track records. At the end of the day, Boots would be an underdog against Spence going in. He will be an underdog against Bud going in. I'm not saying that I wouldn't put my cash on Boots. I'm not saying that at all. But you said that he is pound for pound the number one fighter in the world. He's no different than anybody else that I see inside the ring. I need for you to show me. He hasn't had an opportunity to show it yet, so I'm not going to give him that luxury. I'm not gonna give him that luxury because if I do, then I'm giving him a pass that I've given nobody else in the history of boxing.
That's untrue, bro, because you've given Terrence Crawford a pass in the past year or so, making sure he's at the top of this pound for pound thing. You've never said, based on his resume, I'm taking him off. You just admitted in this live earlier.
But he had an easy walk to 140. Bro, but he's done way more. Way more. How am I giving him a pass? He's in everybody's top 3 pound for pound, bro.
Hold up, Jeff. Who has he done this way more against?
Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question, Vlog. Ask yourself that question.
I've looked at both their resumes. His resume looks about the same as what's the name? Ain't none of them no real names. Ain't none of them no real competition, bro. I ain't seen your boy Postal. These dudes is trash, bro.
Wait. Let me say one thing.
So you telling me Terrence Crawford with a blitz? You telling me Terrence Crawford with a blitz DeLorme?
He knocked him out.
He knocked him out. What are you talking about?
Blitz him
already. In 4 rounds.
Blitz. No, man, this dude got knocked out in 90 seconds, bro. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, but this was a prime Delume. This was a prime Delume. This is a prime Delume. Undefeated Delume.
Hey, Vlog, I can't deal with this today, bro. It's early in the week. I can't deal with this today, man.
Y'all gonna respect him. Y'all put some respect on his name. I'm gonna go get baby now. I'm gonna go get baby them. Y'all gonna put some respect on his name.
Yo, I feel Vlog smile through the goddamn mic. Like I know he bullshitting. Like I know he's bullshitting.
Jeff, read that comment.
Padman said this is true. Canelo cannot fight walking backwards. He is
Everybody
a
knows
one-shot popper. You never see more than 3 punches from him. So if he's fighting a smart fighter, he should fill those gaps. Second Ezra, he said that video was disgusting and a slap in the face to all fighters. I was disgusted by that, bro. And I think that clip ain't getting enough steam. Disgusting. Hold on, let me get to the next comment. Chris G, oh my God, Shane, I thought cherry picking to Undisputed was impossible, bro.
I thought he was. I've never seen it before.
I listened, Vlog. Second, as I said, Vlog trolling.
I've never seen a dude cherry pick to Undisputed. Canelo, that's what I give him credit for that. I have to give him credit for the first fighting in the history of the sport to cherry pick to Undisputed.
Listen, he did that better than Floyd.
He did it, and Floyd, he cherry picked. I've never seen it before in my life.
Yeah,
that's amazing, and you should be proud of yourself for that.
Yeah, Chris G said, I think Ennis beats Shane's favorite fighter, Crawford. I'd put serious bread on Ennis. That's cool.
Let me tell you the difference, though. I don't even care if Crawford loses. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. If I can actually see in reality how Crawford can potentially lose that fight. I'm not even. Sure. I even said it to Jeff. One of those dudes are getting knocked out, so I can see in my eyes a way where Crawford could lose that fight. I'm not. This is the difference with me and you, Chris G, or should I say Chris
Alvarez. Chris G Alvarez.
Chris G Alvarez. The truth is, bro, I don't have a favorite. The truth is, if you really want to talk about favorites, bro, the dude who you like. The dude who you really like, Benavidez. I think Benavidez has a real good chance of beating Canelo.
To be honest with you, I think
he's gonna cry if that fight happens.
Say it again, Vlog.
Hold on, man. I got the military going over my head.
Yo, I'm about to start naming him Vlog Chapo and shit. Like
Terrence Crawford took 6 rounds to stop Delume.
What was that? 5? It was 5, right?
We said 5 was. I don't remember, but it was prime Delume. Yeah, it was a prime Delume.
Yeah, he was solid. He was real solid fighter. What video was discussed? The Boxer Learner. Hold on, he on Instagram, right? Boxer Learner, you on Instagram, right?
Jeff's gonna send you a video. Second Ezra says Delume got TKO'd by Brian Jones. Fair enough. The truth is, bro, I don't rate Canelo over Spence, for example, as a boxer. In terms of resume, bro, when you've seen this guy cherry pick his way through the divisions, you can't give the dude as much credit. I know Jeff saying he gives it. I can't give him that much credit. He cherry picked.
Hold on, Boxing Learner. What's your IG, bro? What's your Instagram, bro? Go ahead.
But yeah, I can't give the dude that much credit. He just cherry picked his way through the division. If we look at it, he waited to the perfect time to fight Golovkin, because when he was ordered to fight Golovkin, he turned the fight down. He could have been undisputed at 160. He turned that fight down. He moved up to 168. He fought the weakest champion at 168, Rocky Field, and then he came back to 160. Then instead of going back to 168 where there was all champions, he went to 175 and fought the weakest champion, put him on a rehydration clause, then came back to 168, went on the European tour and cleaned up the division, knowing that Zerdo Ramirez and Benavidez weren't champions anymore. That's real cherry picking right there.
Pad Man, I don't know if you still in here, bro. Pad Man, did you watch the video that I sent you? Check your IG. Boxing Learner, what's your IG so I can send it to you?
He said he don't have IG. He just has YouTube.
How you want me to send it to you? You got an email or something? Or like
nigga gonna
I'm gonna email it to you.
He said his IG's Aqua Entity.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Shane.
I'm gonna read through the rest of these comments. Conrad says you got but Canelo deserves credit for his work rate. If you want to, I mean, he has fought a lot. He has fought a lot in this 1 year. So yeah, I give him credit for that. Definitely, I give Canelo credit. I just don't give him as much credit as everybody else in the sport. Which video was disgusting? Christy, it was a video of Canelo.
I put it in the chat, the group chat. So just scale up and
Canelo next fight is a soft touch. Bro, his whole year has been a soft touch. You think Tyson will train AJ for Usyk? I hope not. I ain't seen Mike Tyson train anyone. What the hell is he training AJ for? But let's get back to that. Who beats Canelo? Jeff, who beats Canelo? Who legitimately?
Hold on for just a split second. I think we gotta give Mike a little bit credit for being able to train. First thing, he's fought. Second thing, he does come from stock of a good trainer, aka Teddy Atlas. So we gotta give him a little bit for maybe being able to communicate with a fighter and give him a 2 for 2. I'm just saying, just the possibility. Not saying that Mike is no Malik Scott or nothing.
That's all I'm saying. That's all. You stole the words out of my mouth. Until you actually see it, I ain't giving you. Listen, if you tell me you can build a house and I ain't never seen you build a house, I'm not gonna believe you building a house until I actually see you build the shit. I ain't never seen Mike Tyson train nothing. He can be a consultant. He'd be a great consultant, but actually training is hell no. Yeah, he could be a consultant. Yeah, for sure. Like I ain't giving out that credit.
Canelo is the trash collector of boxing.
Yo, that's funny. Yo, he wouldn't be able to cherry pick his way through the fantasy league. I tell you that much.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Miles Williams Boots needs to fight Avanesyan. Now I don't even think he needs to fight him.
Don't pay attention to the vlog trolling, man.
Chris G, this is the same.
Boots dog walks Avanesyan inside.
I agree.
I agree.
Avanesyan don't make it 3 rounds with Boots. Go ahead.
This is the same hate Floyd got. Canelo getting the same. No, the difference is with Floyd had a pretty boy Floyd era where he was dog walking dudes. He was slapping dudes left, right, and center. And the difference is, let's keep it all the way 100, bro. Canelo has always been the cash cow. Always, whenever he calls out a fight, he gets a fight. Floyd only really got that when he became Money Mayweather. When he was under that top rank slavery contract, he had to fight whoever top rank gave him to fight. So that's not the same
Hey,
scenario.
Boxing Learner, I sent it to your IG. Check your DMs in the IG.
You said you saw it. Fair enough.
But let me answer the question that's on the docket. Who beats Canelo?
Who do you pick to beat Canelo?
If I got one pick,
yeah,
Benavidez.
You won't be Beterbiev.
No, but I would pick Benavidez. I think Benavidez has a better shot than Beterbiev.
Why does Benavidez have a better shot than Beterbiev?
Because with Beterbiev, we've said off camera, Shane, that he's shown some real deficiencies defensively. Canelo will actually get off offensively in that fight. He's gonna get off. He's gonna get what he wants against Beterbiev.
But he's gonna have to walk through fire.
Yeah, he's gonna have to walk through fire. But here's the difference between Beterbiev and Benavidez. And I'm not saying Benavidez is a better fighter than Beterbiev. I think Beterbiev is the better fighter. I'm talking about style. Number one, Benavidez is going to put Canelo on the back foot.
So will Beterbiev.
He will, but Benavidez, better physical attributes. He's taller. The arms is longer. More volume. More of an opportunity to win rounds. David Benavidez got a nice chin. He got a nice chin, and the thing is, he got dog in him. You know he gonna go in there. He gonna go for it. Now I'm splitting hairs. Don't get me wrong.
I was gonna say, but Beterbiev's not gonna go for it.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it. But the reason why I'm saying Benavidez over Beterbiev is because Benavidez is 168. He's 168. So I'm assuming that fight will be at 168. 175. That's Beterbiev's, stomping grounds. But the difference is Canelo's not gonna be able to get off on Benavidez the same way he would get off against Beterbiev. He will listen, offensively, Canelo will probably look as good with Beterbiev than he has in years against guys. And I mean unleashing, letting loose. He gonna let loose against Beterbiev. Offensively, he gonna get off. He gonna get off. With Beterbiev, Benavidez is a little different.
I think Beterbiev's gonna have Canelo having his hands in his pocket. Because I
don't think so.
Let me tell you why. Because after he feels Beterbiev's first shot, he's gonna realize this is a power I've never felt in my life. This is a dude who knocks out heavyweights for a living. So once he feels that power, he ain't coming forward. He ain't coming forward. I guarantee, bro. Beterbiev is hitting like a train, and once Beterbiev hits him at any distance, it's gonna be a problem.
I understand that, but there's been lesser fighters that has gotten off against Beterbiev offensively. There's other guys that's really gotten off against Beterbiev.
Let's keep it real, bro. Those dudes have to walk through fire.
Yeah, but understood. But there's a better chance Benavidez can win a decision off of volume versus Beterbiev if he don't catch him. If he don't catch him, we're banking on him catching him. That's what we're banking on.
That's true, but what we saying Canelo's a better mover than Voltic. Is that what we're saying? Let's keep it all the way 100. He's not a better back foot mover than Voltic.
But Canelo's a way better offensive fighter. You know that.
But Beterbiev caught him. You're saying he's not going to be able to catch him. Beterbiev won't catch Canelo.
I said you're banking on him catching him, and on top of that, we've seen Canelo hurt how many times? Twice. Because
he's not fought, but we're talking about pound for pound power.
Understood, but we're still banking on Beterbiev catching him. If he don't knock him out, he's losing on the cards. We know that. The reason I say Benavidez has a better shot is because of his volume and what he brings to the table. He has a better chance of winning on the cards.
Who would if Beterbiev fights Canelo at 175? Who would you pick to win?
Beterbiev.
Oh, fair enough. So you're saying he's got a better chance, but you're not saying
Canelo. I'm not saying that Canelo beats Beterbiev. I think Beterbiev beats Canelo. What I'm saying is who has the better shot of beating him between him and Benavidez? Benavidez has the better tools to actually beat Canelo.
What about Zerdo?
I think Canelo
Zerdo and Benavidez.
I think Zerdo and Benavidez, who has the better shot? I think Benavidez has the best shot of beating Canelo. Period.
Does Canelo beat Zerdo?
Yes.
Okay, does Zerdo beat Benavidez?
No.
You don't think Zerdo beats Benavidez?
No.
I think Zerdo beats Benavidez. I'm being dead serious. I think Zerdo beats Benavidez.
I don't think so. What you think? Vlog? Talk to me.
I think that those are some interesting fights, but if you really look at the situation that they're in, they're about to bag. So probably the best fight on Rising would be the Charlo fight. If you really wanted to, you know what I mean, promote it properly, you got two separate promotion teams working on it, and you know it's kind of not like a one-sided thing. So I mean, but those other fights are interesting, but I don't think they're the bag.
No, I'm
No,
saying
I
I
agree
not
with
to
you.
say
No,
that.
we're not saying
What's
the
your
bag. We're
opinion
just
on it?
saying who's got more
Oh yeah,
chance
yeah,
of winning.
y'all right. Yeah, that hyperbole is all on point. Y'all both correct. Both them dudes will beat the brakes off of them. I mean, because size matters, and they're not older dudes with size. Kovalev was an older dude with size, so you know what I mean. He didn't use that to his advantage because at that point in his career, you know, he had a lot of things going on, and we all know what that is. If not, Google that dude. But anyway, and then what happened before the fight. So again, when you talking about size, you talking about younger guys applying their size and using it to their advantage, fighting this dude. So again, if you wanted to flip to my thought of the conversation, they bag chasers. They in the setting up either the easy bag or a big bag that could be tricky, and Charlo could be tricky. You understand what I'm saying? Just because he is an offensive dude, he can spark a little bit, as y'all like to say, across the pond. So that would be the biggest fight to make next. But we know what they do; they go the easy route. So back to what I know, the boy is gonna fight Zach Parker for that WBO belt, man. So it's just that simple, bro.
Yeah.
Um,
I think. Actually, you know what? That's a
one
good.
second. Just,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say this one thing before you say what you're gonna say.
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say this though. When you do look at the landscape of Benavidez, Beterbiev, Zerdo Ramirez, all of those dudes, I do think Canelo's maxing out. I think he's maxed out already in terms of how far he can push his body weight. He's 5'8". He's fighting at 160. I don't think he can fight. He can push his body any more in terms of weight into where he's not giving up a massive advantage. If he fought the Benavidez, the Zero Ramirez, the Beterbievs, he'll be giving up a massive advantage against those dudes because those dudes are just so much they're just so physically big that a lot of the advantages that he normally has against fighters, he won't have. Like we saw against Caleb Plant, he's not going to have it in those fights. But go ahead, Jeff.
I actually want people in the comment section to actually answer that question. Who wins between Benavidez and Zerto? I think that's a great question. Hold on. Chris G, you don't count in this debate because we know that's your favorite fighter in the world.
He does have a
Um,
better jab than Beterbiev, though.
no, he does. He does. Um, Boxing Learner said, "Oh, I see. Damn, he should have been working instead of talking." Facts. Conrad, but Beterbiev didn't look splendid against Dennis, and is already 36. I can see Canelo fighting him in 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I told you. He will wait until he sees regression in Beterbiev. Watch what Beterbiev. If Beterbiev mollywops and walks down Marcus Brown and knocks him out, I guarantee you Canelo don't fight. Because if Canelo if Beterbiev looks weak in that fight, Canelo might fight. If
Yeah,
Beterbiev looks, the reason why I think but what people keep talking about that Dini's fight, the truth is that Beterbiev knocked the dude down in the first round. Me and Jeff watched it, yeah, and he knocked him down in the first round, and he thought he could just knock this dude out so quick. So he just disregarded defense and just started walking forward and piling on shots. The dude's got a ridiculous chin. He took everything. He ended up still getting knocked out. But Beterbiev got hit with shots because he was just being irresponsible. But he still kept coming forward. But don't get it twisted. This dude still has power. That's the last thing to go. That's the
yeah.
last thing to go.
Second, Ezra said, number one Benavidez, two Beterbiev, three Andrade, four Charlo, five Bivol.
No, Bibo's got a
Um,
much better chance than Andre
yeah,
Charlo.
I would actually flip flop it. I would have Bivol 3, and I would have Andrade 5. But other than that, I like your list. I think he actually is going to fight Charlo next. Boxing Learn, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think so. When he was negotiating with Al, if Charlo was next on the docket, Canelo would have been better off just he'd have been better off signing a 2-fight deal, having Charlo in the mix and guaranteeing the bag before anything happens with Caleb Plant.
Yeah, he'd have just put a 2-fight deal in the contract.
He'd have just did a 2-fight. He'd have just did a 2-fight deal on the table. Boxing Learner says Zerto.
Yeah, Zerto will be in my top 5 as well. To be fair, but the problem with Zerto is why I probably favor Canelo in that fight, and I say it will get Canelo going in reverse because just like Benavidez, Zerto's got long arms, very tall, very strong, and he's got a high volume. But the problem is Zerto struggles with that Mexican problem where he does have slow feet. We saw in the Jesse Hart fight that he doesn't cut off the ring that fast. Whilst Canelo isn't got fast feet, he might win rounds based off the fact that you know how Canelo is, bro.
We asking the question. Y'all talking about a lot of big dudes. So you just mentioned a name. And we being honest, if we seen Canelo at 175 the way he looked this past weekend, could he even beat Jesse Hart right now? I'm being honest, because y'all asking about dudes that we know their work rate is maximum level in a situation where they're fighting the biggest fighter of their career.
That's not even a bad question.
I think that's a horrible question.
Why?
There's no way Jesse Hart beats Canelo.
Why do you say that?
Hold up, bro. Let me qualify. Go ahead. I based it off of what we saw. I'm not basing it off of clips and all of this shake and bake and all these highlight films. I didn't see any of that this weekend. So if we looked at him at 175 against the top dogs that y'all talking about, Zertos, the Ramirez's, and these type of guys, these dudes have elite volume and they're come forward fighters. So would he even be a factor at a guy like Jesse Hart, who's just naturally a big dude? Like, could he even knock him out, bro? Because again, he did not knock out Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant knocked himself out, bro. You understand what I'm saying? He assisted, but yeah, bro, I don't think he lasts against these bigger dudes. So this conversation is like they know that.
So are you telling me Jesse Hart beats Canelo? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm just asking, would it be such a wash that he would even be in it against Zerto, be in it against Benavidez?
The reason I say the question is kind of crazy is regardless of what you think of Kovalev, he was a champion at 175. So hell yeah, I'm throwing him up in the mix.
Let's keep it real, Jeff. We know what the antics went into that fight.
But that's what I'm saying. You let me finish. That's what I'm saying. Regardless of all of that, he went into the ring with him and he won a championship fight. So yeah, I'm gonna put Canelo in there against them 175 pounders, because it wasn't like he campaigned at 175, won a fight and went back down. No, he actually won a fight at 175 and won a belt at 175. So yeah, I'm gonna compare him to Beterbiev and Bivol and everybody else, because if that wasn't the case, we wouldn't have titled this live that. If we was thinking like that, we wouldn't have titled it that. So yeah, we gonna throw that in the mix. Absolutely.
No. I'm talking about as an aspect of really, could he win any of them fights based on what we saw? So I'm responding to the title with basically questioning, and can he even be a factor in it? Not that the title ain't worth being answered, but my response is what I just saw. I don't see him being a factor at a bigger weight.
So I'll take your question and I'll just ask you to answer your own question. Doesn't he beat at 175? I'm gonna actually answer your own question. How many people does he beat 175?
Man, Joe Smith.
I think he struggles with Joe Smith as well.
Issue. I think what's the name will take him the distance, but offensively we know Jesse don't put that out like that. So based on that, Jesse would probably lose that fight. But I'm just saying, these guys are so big that it would take much more than what he just showed us to get rid of him, because the guy that he fought helped him knock him out.
All right, Jeff, I'm gonna ask you a question.
So freaking much, bro, that he didn't even have the energy to sit down on no punches because he was so worried about trying to get out the way from eating some sick shit that it was a detriment to himself, basically.
Jeff,
so
let me ask you this one question. Is it fair to even I'm doing it, I have to do it, and don't even bring up no Kovalev fight or the Arthur fight, Canelo versus Anthony Yard? The reason I'm saying that is because we've only seen Yard lose to people who's got a jab. Canelo don't throw a jab or box on the outside. So how does that fight go?
So are you telling me Anthony Yard beats Canelo? Is that what you're
No, I'm not. I'm asking a question. How does that fight go?
Canelo beats Yard.
How?
How does he beat Yard?
How does he beat Yard?
Yard ain't gonna turn up in that fight. Yard ain't gonna turn up in that fight. We watched him not turn up against Lyndon Arthur.
But Arthur was boxing on the outside. He doesn't box on the outside.
Yeah, but he never turned up though. He never turned up in that fight, which makes it even worse. I'm surprised. I'm shocked that you even mentioned that name.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is I'm bringing up physical dimension.
Until he handles them Lyndon Arthur problems, hell no. Hell no.
I'm not saying he's gonna win. I'm just going through the dudes. What about Joe Smith? Him versus Joe Smith.
I like that fight. I think Joe Smith would do well in that fight, man. Joe Smith would do well in that fight, and it depends on what Joe Smith shows up. If the Joe Smith shows up that showed up against Vlasov, Canelo beats him. If that Joe Smith that shows up previous 2-3 fights, Joe Smith got a nice shot. He got a nice shot, depending on what Joe Smith shows up. But the size thing for the vlog, can I give you? Let me give you flowers real quick. I do think 168 is Canelo's cap. Okay, I do think that's his cap. At 175, yes, he will have problems at 175 because those guys are so big. So I do agree with that. The one thing that I disagree with is comparing it to how he looked Saturday. You're talking about a person that did not want to engage not one bit on Saturday.
If he fights, or is it because of the VAR testing, Jeff?
No, it's if with the VADA thing, right? He took VADA, right? He pressed the action. He didn't want to, like Caleb Plant didn't want to. He didn't give him.
Was lower though. Let's keep it real.
It was lower, but when you talking about somebody that's moving all the time, bro, Caleb Plant moved. Hold on. Caleb, no, Saunders moved less than Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant moved to the point to where he got himself knocked out. That's what Vlog said. Am I correct? So we can't compare the 175 thing to what happened Saturday. I'm comparing it strictly off of the size.
That's a fact.
So that's where I disagree with Vlog. You want to respond to that, Vlog?
Yeah. Well, all right. What if you look at the way Caleb moved and made it difficult? What about the volume of these guys that are fighting in a bigger weight class? Would that be almost the same, just in a different way? Pressure in a fight that you're not used to dealing with, so you're not going to look elite the way people are, putting you pound for pound. Not that you're doing that. Not that you're doing that. But I'm just saying. I'm just analyzing it from a different way.
I'm with you, baby. I'm with you. I'm glad you said that, though. I'm glad you said that. If Canelo's gonna get off, right, it's gonna be against somebody that's going to at least throw some action at him. He's one of the best counter punches in the game, no matter what the weight. He's one of the best counter punches in the game. You put him up against, let's just run down the names. You put him up against a Joe Smith, he's going to have major counter punching opportunities, and he's going to have the speed advantage, hand speed advantage. He's going to have a hand speed advantage against all them dudes.
Not against Bivol, but go on.
No, Bivol don't have more hand speed than Canelo. He doesn't. He's actually methodical. He's real methodical with his speed. He's not really that fast.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah. That's true. It's just straight out.
He's just his accuracy, the accuracy. But when you got bigger guys that's throwing shots at you, it depending on how he adjusts to the size, that plays right into Canelo's hands because all he can do, all he got to do is counterpunch all night,
No,
which is what he prefers.
But one thing it will do, though.
But hold on, Shane. Before you go, let me say this real quick. My bad, Shane. I'm sorry. Y'all been ripping. I've been here quiet, so let me do my thing.
No,
real
cool.
quick.
It's cool. I just didn't want to forget. Go on.
Y'all spoke earlier that he doesn't fight very well off the back foot. So y'all saying he counterpunches good. That's counterpunching in the pocket against guys who aren't as sleek as foot as a Caleb Plant is. So would that work against a guy that's truly coming forward? Can I counterpunch my way through this entire fight or to a knockout? Like, you know what I mean? That, to me, that's the way I would respond to what y'all was just saying. My bad.
Can I piggyback off that?
Yeah, then I'm going to follow up. Go ahead.
The reason why I agree with Blunt is because you keep talking about him counterpunching and all of that stuff. The difference with that was Caleb Plant was allowing Canelo to rest. When you're putting on this additional weight, which Canelo will be doing, moving up to 175, he's got to carry that weight. Now these dudes are making him work when he wants to rest. The difference is, okay, you can counter punch now and then, but you got to counter punch throughout the whole 12 rounds, 48 minutes, carrying extra weight, because these dudes are pushing you back and making you work when you want to rest. If your back's against the ropes against a Beterbiev or Joe Smith Jr. or Zerdo Ramirez or Benavidez, they ain't just standing there. If you're going in the ring, they ain't having conversations. They're going to be in your chest for 12 rounds. So, yeah, you're going to have counterpunch opportunities. But we know Canelo doesn't fight for 3 minutes of every round. He takes breaks. But those dudes won't allow him to take breaks. They'll make him work throughout the whole entire fight. Because those dudes ain't going to respect Canelo that like how Caleb did.
I'm a respond by what I said earlier. When a fighter show you who they are, believe them. When it comes down to Canelo, right? Yeah, there's a lot of counterpunching opportunities that'll be against these bigger guys. Yeah, these bigger guys is gonna be they're actually gonna be working for a lot of the round. Let's take Joe Smith for example, right? Joe Smith was dead tired after 8 rounds against Vlasov. Dead tired. I mean, dead tired. I don't even know how he got through the rest of the fight. Dead tired. So when I will come back what y'all said with this, y'all are correct. But when he tries to get guys in the back half of the fight at 168, he's really going to try to get them guys on the back half at 175. He's really going to be trying to get them there because a lot of them dudes, they not sitting there letting the guy counterpunch them all night. So a guy like Joe Smith, he fights Canelo, he's probably tired after 7.
Yeah,
if he's really throwing a lot of volume like that.
Let's keep it real, though. He's got to walk through that fire to even get there. Because we're talking about a Joe Smith. We know Joe Smith's cracking. And we know for a fact Beterbiev's cracking. Zerdo Ramirez and Benavidez. Those dudes can throw 500 punches in a fight and then run to the park.
But let me ask you this, though. But let me ask you this, though. Outside of Bivol, who's really giving you angles like that with the shots?
None of them.
Exactly. What's Canelo's best attribute defensively? The top half or the lower half?
Top half.
Yeah, top half. So he's gonna be able to. He don't have to be on the back foot to counter them dudes and get himself out of position.
Against Golovkin, though. Why was you on the back foot in the Golovkin fight?
Oh, let me ask you this though, Jeff. And do you think he has the crack at this point in his career to be a factor at 175?
To be honest with you, we're gonna have to find out. I don't know. The only fight he was in, he knocked Kovalev out. I don't count. I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. I don't know. Like it's an asterisk on that. So I really don't know. Like that's something we have to find out.
But it's me, baby. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I know. Legit question.
You brought up something that's kind of irrelevant, though, Jeff.
What's that?
Your last comment.
Which was?
The comment about the dude. Okay. Their top half is his top half is his best part of his movement, so they're not going to be getting enough angles. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because these dudes are physically so imposing that it doesn't matter what they hit. When they hit, you're going to have to do something. Canelo's a dude who's not going to just stand in the pocket. Golovkin had him going backwards. Why did Golovkin have him going backwards?
But be careful what you said. You said the comment was irrelevant. In order to get around somebody that got a good top half, you gotta beat them with angles. You gotta beat them with
Golovkin didn't.
angles.
Golovkin
No,
didn't.
but the thing with Golovkin, his what's your phrase you like to say all the time? Punch, trajectory. Is it? No, it's punch. What is that shit you be saying? His punch mechanism.
Oh, his delivery system.
His delivery mechanism is his. And what we mean by that delivery mechanism is the angles in which you throw your shots. Golovkin has a better delivery mechanism than pretty much all of them dudes. Pretty much all of them dudes at 175. The
not
angles
Bivol,
in which
not Bivol.
Bivol actually throws a lot of basic shots, but he's just accurate. But in terms of actually delivery mechanism, he really don't give you that. His trajectory ain't too much off from what he normally does. Like,
no, it's the same. It's mainly
close.
The same shot.
I would say he's the close. Yeah, I would say he's the closest to Golovkin in regards to that.
Bivol don't do anything outside of the textbook. He just does everything traditional.
Everything traditional.
You watch him and he's just so basic. But when you actually check the stats, his numbers are just ridiculously high.
Yeah, when the reason why he was on the back foot with Golovkin is because of the delivery mechanism. It was because Golovkin throws shots from so many different angles, which allows him to get away with what he gets away with. It's not only because of the power, not only because of the jab, and he has problems with guys with a really nice jab. That's why I said that I think Beterbiev beats him. It's the delivery mechanism. Go ahead, bro.
Which one of these fights, or how many of these fights that we mentioned will end up on Friday Fantasy Fights?
All of them.
Hey, brother, you running it. You tell us.
No, I mean, based on will we see these fights? Any of them? Will he take any of them? Yeah. So they could possibly all end up on there. Because my fights are only hypothetical. They're not fights that literally we could have seen and didn't see of the time. So anybody that follow me, y'all know what the Friday Fantasy Fights is. My bad for not uploading this week. I had a good one, and I'm a double up next Friday.
You always too, bro. Actually, Joe Smith actually called out Canelo on his IG. If y'all didn't see it,
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. So
he said he told him to come to get the belt back.
Yeah. To be honest with you,
he will fight Beterbiev if he sees regression in Beterbiev. If Beterbiev looks bad against Brown, he will fight him.
I think, you know what? I think to be completely honest, if I'm following the track record of Canelo, if he's gonna go after one guy at 175, it would be Joe Smith. It would be Joe Smith because he's the last person to actually show some chink in the armor. But most recently showing chink in the armor against Vlasov, and he's coming off of COVID. That screams Canelo. That screams Canelo.
That screams Canelo. Even though Vlasov is a good fighter, though, but
Vlasov a good fighter, and
that's why I think he's gonna beat. He might beat Buatsi. That's gonna be a tough fight for Buatsi.
It depends on if he could take that shot, though. If he can take the money shot, I like Vlasov.
Well, he took Joe Smith's money shot, and Joe's hitting harder than Buatsi.
I don't know, bro.
Question: You putting the fight on the fantasy league or not? I mean, it sounds like it's a 50-50 fight to me.
Buatsi and Vlasov, I would put it on it. Yeah, 100.
No, he's talking about Friday. He's talking about Friday fantasy though. That's actually happening.
No, I'm just asking you right now. Are you going to put the fight for Buatsi, Velasquez, Valamino, whatever his last name is? Is y'all putting that on the league?
Oh, the fantasy league. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's going up.
That's 50-50. That's
definitely going up.
Let's put it out there while y'all talk about it.
Yeah, when is that fight, Shane?
It's in December. We got
a while. Yeah, we got a while. What's that? The second week in December?
Yeah, bro. You're forgetting we got Teofimo, Stephen Fulton.
Yeah,
so much fight before that.
We got a lot.
Tim
Bud,
Sean Porter.
Be on the fantasy league was my point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it'll be on there.
Oh no, he's asking us to plug the fantasy league. Let's plug the fantasy.
That's all I'm trying to do. Plug.
Oh yeah, everybody in the chat, you ain't some like Chris G, bro. You ain't even. Wait, no, Chris G's put his prediction for the fantasy league.
He put it in.
But the rest of you dudes, you don't need to put
your
fantasy
man, listen. The winner of the league is $500.
Free to play.
Free to play. Right? Depending on how many people we get, I might even add a second prize and a third prize. Okay? It's absolutely free. G5JeffTV.com. Click on take your pick and pick the next fight. Put your email in, make your prediction. Who's turning down a possibility to win $500 and you ain't got to pay nothing out? Nothing. And it's a whole season. It's going to be like 15, 16 fights.
If you feel like you're going to beat us, stop talking in the comments and just put it up.
That's where we talk real trash at the G5JeffTV.com Boxing Prediction Fantasy League, man. Like that's where we do it at. So let's get to it.
Let me say this: I was 4 minutes from having the lead in this new season. That's all I'm gonna say. Appreciate you, Caleb Plant.
Well, brother, throw us in the same pot too, because we picked the same thing.
We're in the same pot.
We picked the same thing.
Caleb knocked out himself, bro. That shouldn't even count. This dude knocked himself out, bro. I've never this dude literally ran around the whole fight, got so tired, and when he got hit with a little bit of a shot, he just fell over. Yeah, and the nigga done the dumbest thing. Instead of taking a knee and actually riding out the time, the nigga got up so fast.
Yo, his legs wasn't right.
Literally.
His legs wasn't right. Yeah, literally his
legs
wasn't
right.
Real
quick too. His tie-up game stink.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. His vlog.
When you ain't been in that position before.
Yeah, he didn't even attempt to. Like when you that's why I rock with Pat, man, because like, you know, he said, hey, like when your equilibrium off, we got training stuff for that. So it's just like you have to prepare for every single situation. You can't think that you're so good to the point to where you don't prepare yourself for the worst. That's a part of training. That's a part of training at the end of the day, man. But yeah, Miles Williams. I think Charlo beats Canelo. I'll probably get heat for saying that, but styles make fights. Miles, Miles. I'm not gonna dog that comment because Jamal Charlo, when he's on, I would say he's the type of guy that has the physical attributes that would give Canelo problems. Number two, I think Charlo will go in there and try to go get that. I don't think he's gonna go out like Caleb Plant.
He does have the punch power to at least get
Canelo's respect. Right. There's a reason why Canelo wasn't petitioning for that fight. So
he has a better chance than Caleb Plant. I'll put you that. He has a better chance than Caleb Plant.
I can't sit up here and say that Charlo was mandatory for 2 years and Canelo ain't take the fight, and then I turn around and say Charlo ain't got no shot. That's not true. Charlo definitely has a shot. So that comment is valid.
Like the truth is, Canelo. I didn't want to see the Caleb Plant fight. Only want to see it because he was undisputed. But the truth is, I just knew who was going to win that fight from before. That was so one-sided.
The boxing learner said, "I got Andre getting knocked out."
I got Andre getting knocked out as well. I got Andre up on the cards. I think Andre will win like 7-1 up and get knocked out. I think he'll be schooling Canelo because the dude's feet is so fast. His hands are just so fast. Head movement so fast. But eventually Canelo's going to catch him and knock him out. It will literally be like Amir Khan versus Canelo again, where he's just schooling him round after round after round and just get knocked out.
Yeah, I think Andre might be in a situation where he might pull a Caleb Plant. He might move around so much he might get himself tired. And the one thing I will say is you can't get tired against Canelo. If you get tired against him, it's a wrap. Vada, no Vada.
Andre really needs to develop his slow game. That's one thing Charlo has better than him. Charlo has a much better slow game than Andre.
Second, I was just a typo. Go ahead, Vlog.
what I was gonna say was one thing I see Andre does wrong that Canelo would take advantage of is leaning over. Man, that uppercut is just it'll get home. There's no way because he won't stop leaning over throughout a fight.
But he only does that at long range. He doesn't do it at short range. So I don't think he's even gonna be. You're forgetting how long Andre's arms are. So he won't even be able to reach with that uppercut because his arms are so long.
Know Canelo to leap in with punches too, especially when he sees somebody in a state like that. He will leap in and throw that lead uppercut and break the face on Andre. So
you can leap in. You can leap in, but Andre's transition from transition out is probably quicker than anyone I've seen in the sport. His transition outwards, just in terms of just raw foot speed from in range to out range, is ridiculously fast.
So I can only go off what you just showed me. So you telling me he was elite defensively in his last fight?
No, I'm telling you, his ability to go across the ground was ridiculously quick.
Okay. So he looked good to you in that last fight. That's all I wanted to know.
Now, I'm not saying that. I'm saying his ability to go across the... Again, when I look at Liam Williams does not fight like Canelo. Canelo will not do what Liam Williams done. Because Liam Williams literally walked through every punch and he fought with his face. Canelo don't face fight.
That's a big... actually, that was... I'm glad Vlog actually said that because, like, I think Andre gets a lot of heat. He gets a lot of heat for that Liam Williams fight. And I just, for me, I'm like, that's one of them fights. I'm like, if you think Andre looked bad in that fight, I gotta kind of question things a little bit, me personally. Just you gotta understand the landscape of the fight, number one. Number two, you gotta understand the opponent. Number three, you gotta understand what you gotta do against a guy like that, with that type of motor and things like that. I think Andre caught more heat, a lot of heat for that fight, and I just felt like some of the other top guys at the weight class would have had more difficulty with Liam Williams than Andre did. He used the right amount of footwork, right amount of power shots, mixed it up. I felt like he showed a lot in that fight. I felt like he caught a lot of steam for that victory, and I didn't get why, to be honest with you. Go ahead, Vlog.
I got Charlo in 7 against that Liam Williams we saw. Too much coming forward, chin wide open. Somebody that's gonna sit there and bang with you and gonna put you to sleep.
Potentially.
I mean, it could happen, but again, you know, styles make fights as well.
I'll tell you this for free. For every second of that fight, Charlo's gonna have to throw punches.
He's gonna have to work
because his foot speed ain't that quick. So this dude's gonna be in Charlo's face so he could potentially get knocked out, but Charlo's gonna have to work for because I've watched Liam Williams fight for years, and this dude is probably the most defiant fighter in the division right now. The dude, you can throw anything, he's gonna come forward. Ask Ngannou about Williams in the gym. They have the same trainer they train in the gym. He will tell you there's nobody in the gym that works harder than this dude. This dude will work through anything. You hit him with anything, he's coming forward. That's all he knows is how to come forward. That's all he knows.
A Vlog, so your prediction might end up being correct. It's just with Charlo, he would have to walk, because of his style, he would have to walk through a lot more fire to get to that point than Andre did, to be honest with you. If it wasn't for Liam Williams' chin, he'd have been knocked out in the second round.
Or the second round.
Second round. Yeah. Go ahead, Vlog.
I don't think that it's that difficult because Liam is not putting out, to me, but it seemed to be issues. I just didn't see fluid Andre to me to think that he would give somebody like Canelo a problem. So I go off of what y'all just show me. So y'all even said it earlier in this particular part of the chat. Yo, shut the fuck up. Damn motherfucking dog. Man, what I was saying this shit.
You're saying what we were saying in the first part of the live about Charlo.
So it'd be almost the same fight, man. I think Andre to be so evasive that it'd just be the same sort of plant fight that he'll tire himself out some point. But to flip what I was saying, I think the Liam Smith, his offense is not to me where it would bother Charlo to where it's danger in that offense. It's a bunch of punches.
The reason why people will say that about Liam Williams is because really and truly, because of Andre's movement, other than a few rounds, Liam Williams was never ever set to land punches. And Charlo doesn't move like Andrade. He will hold his feet, which means that Charlo's gonna have to throw more punches. I'm not saying Charlo won't knock him out, because the truth is Williams will be there for the knockout. It's just that he's gonna have to work. He's gonna have to let a lot of punches go, because the dude, like certain people, once they get hit with a power shot, they will take a step back and think twice about coming forward. He don't mind paying that admission fee from coming in the front door. He's like a dude where you say it's $5,000 to get in the room, and he's paying that $5,000 every single time. He doesn't really care. He's willing to pay whatever you want just so he can get in there. The difference with that was Andrade was moving so much that Williams didn't really have the chance to set his feet and let his hands go, which is Charlo will set his feet and Williams will let his hands go, but he's gonna walk through fire.
Yeah, let me add on to that real quick.
Hey Jeff, before you go, bro, I gotta slide out this side door and shit, bro. Wife just walked in. Anyway, bro,
all right,
good chatting with y'all, man. You know I'm back.
I'll get with you.
Send out the link and shit for everything for me.
All right, I got you, bro. All right,
that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, he is hilarious, yo. Big shout out to BoxingFirst Vlog. Let me add on to that. That's why I said I think that Andre caught unnecessary heat, because while he was doing all that, he made it difficult for Liam Williams to actually get his offense off because of what he was doing. So he got off offensively, moved enough, landed enough power shots, and negated the other guy's offense, and still probably got tired maybe once in that fight and got his second win. I thought it was impressive, me personally. But Chris G. Benavidez beats the shit out of Zerto in sparring, but it's sparring. I don't know. Chris G, I don't know if you talked to David Benavidez on the phone. I ain't heard them two sparring. But Chris G, check your DMs. I sent you something. My guy L Dub the plug is in the building.
L Dub, bro. That's the real general right there.
Yeah. L Dub the plug, man. Padman Canelo will patent this record once again with Yard. Yeah. Hold on. No more UK fighters for Canelo, please.
When I was saying Yard, I don't want to see the fight. I just was saying another name.
Yeah, nah. Listen, when you talking, I knew you was going with that. Like, it just, he's physically gifted. He's physically gifted at 175.
I was just saying, when you talk about 175, I brought up a name because he's a dude who's physically strong. He does have power, and in the pocket, he likes to fight. So I just brought up that name because of that. I didn't think he's gonna be. Obviously, I'm not that dumb, bro. This dude, he's the first fighter in history to lose to a guy with one hand for 12 rounds.
12
he got beat with a jab from round 1 to round 12. Literally, nigga had one hand the whole fight and lost.
Ezra, you kind of lost me with this. So he said Shane put the visa away, bro. Internet scams are at an all-time high. What are you talking about?
I don't know what
Ezra, you lost me with that one. Come back. Padman, I noticed something with Caleb Plant was throwing punches. His hands was never ever balled up to hurt anybody. And that's the biggest problem that these fighters have. You know what, Padman? I'm not even going to sit up here and say that you're wrong on that, because I said earlier to the guy, Ricky Williams, I said when he was landing them pot shot right hands, it looked like it was next to nothing.
The shoe shining, bro.
That shoe shining stuff. I would say I would agree with that. Boxing Learner, what do you think about Triple G not fighting Charlo? I think I got a big problem with Triple G.
Right now, Triple G. I want Murata to knock that.
I want Murata to knock Triple G smooth out, bro. Real shit. Chris G, where the rankings for the fight picks?
My fault. Coming up tomorrow.
We working on it, baby. That stuff takes time, man. That stuff takes time.
We got a lot of people, so I have to go through. There's a lot of new names. There's a lot of new names.
Said, stop lying, Shane.
Stop lying about what?
About Yard.
Bro, I was just joking. Obviously, Yard can't beat Canelo, bro. It was a joke. It wasn't even a joke. I was just bringing up a name in terms of a style, like in terms of how he does against that type of style. That's what type of, like, if Canelo fought Yard, would Canelo go backwards or forward?
If he fights Yard?
Yeah. Would he fight in the pocket or would he fight off the back foot?
He would fight in the pocket against Yard. He would fight in the pocket against Yard. Yeah, he would fight in the pocket. BoxingFirst Vlog, he said boots pound for pound. I can't with this guy, man. How you come out of the live and come in the chat trolling? I don't understand. Like, he vlog is crazy.
But yeah, Conrad and Andre Southgate got the most points this week. But there was so much people who picked Plant as well.
Yeah, for real. BoxingFirst Vlog said, hit that like button, drop a super chat. Hey, man, I agree with my good brother right there. Hit that like button, man. And, you know, it is what it is. Chris G,
I think Yard might be the only fight. I think Yard might be the only fight at 175 where I actually think Canelo going backwards would be easier than him going forward.
Yeah, I think he would. I could see him knocking Yard out with an uppercut off the back foot. To be honest with you.
Because Yard's cut off the ring game is probably one of the worst in the division, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like it's pretty bad. I actually think Canelo will have an easy time with Yard. I just don't think his IQ. You gotta have some type of ring IQ against Canelo too, man. You can't be
Canelo's an elite fighter. He's an elite fighter, so you can't.
And when we say he's taking European tours and cherry picking and all that, you have to be good enough to do that. Like, let's get that clear. Like, you know what I mean? BoxingFirst Vlog put in a $5 super chat, which I'm probably gonna end up giving back to him. Chris G, $1.99. Appreciate you, brother.
I've never known how to put a super chat in a chat, you know.
That's why, to be honest with you, that's why I don't ever ask for him. I don't even know how to tell you.
I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do it, man. Big shout out to BoxingFirst Vlog. Big shout out to Chris G, man. Yeah, Canelo is. I hear a problem, man.
How the hell does Blunt know how to do something on the computer that I don't know how to do? That's funny.
Yo, that's bad, yo. That's bad. Like this, Vlog still got VCRs in his house, man. He still got VCRs in his house, man. He know how to super chat, and I don't. Neither one of us do.
I know exactly.
I think a long time ago, I think I sent L Dub one. But I think I literally had to tell somebody on my phone how to do it before I was able to do it. Like, it's crazy. BoxingFirst Vlog laughing. Yo, where you get the new logo, bro? I went to your channel to check a couple of your videos out, and I went to the home page. I didn't know if I was on the right page or not.
Literally, he's got a bird on it. I thought,
yeah, he got a bird on. Can you explain the logo, brother? Because that threw me for a little loop. I like the colors and all that, but he said it's a money sign in the corner.
Oh, when we're on the chat, when you're on live chat.
Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, man, but I mean, Canelo. I mean, he a problem, man. It's like who knows what he's gonna do.
I even heard this dude might go to heavyweight, bro. I don't know how true that is.
Nah, I ain't going no goddamn heavyweight. If I ain't know no better, if he go to heavyweight, man, Vlog gonna put him up against Tyson Fury. No weight differential, nothing. Just fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we saw. I think if Andy Ruiz was champion, he would have gone up to heavyweight. You know.
If I'm trying to think. If it was like a David Price or somebody,
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe even like an Alan Babbage. Like they told him to go up to
Wait,
heavyweight
let
to
me ask
fight
you a
Babbage
question. Who wins, Alan Babbage or Canelo?
at heavyweight.
At heavyweight.
That's
That's a
funny,
good
yo.
question.
That's funny.
We actually
Boxing
should
First
do that, you
Vlog.
know.
Boxing First Vlog is me, the old wise one. He may fight Usman. He ain't fighting goddamn Usman.
Unless Usman comes over to boxing.
Usman, but the thing is, Usman don't get paid like that as far as the MMA, so he probably will come over.
Maybe he might fight Jake Paul, the winner of Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury.
Yo, Jake Paul will go in a coma. I wouldn't even want to see that for him, yo. That'd be bad, yo. Real bad.
Yeah, that would be real bad.
Yeah, that'd be. He would get all credit for taking that fight though if he did take it.
Nah, he'll get credit for me. He would get
major credit from me, but I mean
that's
it is
bullying
what it is.
right there. That's bullying.
Yo, hey Vlog, what's up with the logo, man?
Who wins with, bro? In your opinion, who wins, Babbage or Canelo?
Oh man, damn, yo. Yeah, that's a tough question, yo. I gotta think about that. I gotta answer that before we get off camera.
Oh, you're still watching. Who wins, Babbage or Canelo?
L-Dub, who wins, Babbage or Canelo? Canelo goes up to heavyweight. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I think Canelo by decision. I think Canelo beats Babbage. Canelo already said his big money fighting Usman. Yeah,
he said Canelo have to go Babbage. Just have to support the beat Babbage.
A Vlog. But the thing is, though, Dana White got to sign a permission slip for him to come over, which is not gonna happen.
The permission slip.
Yeah, you got to sign a permission slip. Yeah, you got to sign a permission slip. Yeah, I got Canelo by decision over Alan Babbage, man, the heavyweight, bro.
That is bad.
That's bad,
bad.
Yo. But the thing is,
but Babbage is beating heavyweights, though, bro.
I understand all that, bro. But yo, when I say Canelo have a field day offensively, bro, he'll just be eating shots. Like it'll be crazy. The chemist had to come up with something crazy.
Land a bit of shots.
That true, but
Babbage will be bro. That weight advantage will be massive,
bro. That'd be hilarious, bro.
Who wins? Okay, let me ask you a question then. Okay. Let's see how you answer this one. This might be a harder one.
Okay.
Let's think of a hard one. Think of a real hard one. Derek Chisora or Canelo?
Oh man. I almost don't even want to answer that question, yo. Because it's funny because, I could literally see Chisora getting tired after like 3 rounds. It's gonna tee it off on him. Yo, I don't even want to entertain this. I don't even want to entertain this shit no more, man. Yo, the winner of the first season of the Boxing Prediction Fantasy League, Joseph Wood, is in the building, man. Big shout out to him. Said Canelo would look like a bodybuilder if he went to 200 pounds plus and slow. Yeah, that's why we having fun with this, man. It's crazy.
We're not putting him up against like Fury.
Hey, Joseph, I'm gonna holler at you Friday so we can arrange something for you to get the prizes for the first season. So I will be getting in contact with you Friday so we can handle that. He said, I'm out. Salute to my team. She must be getting ready to do something. Yeah. Joseph Gwilt said the champ is here. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, Joseph Gwilt. Big shout out to you, bro. Actually, Joseph, what did he pick? You know what he picked?
I know he picked Canelo. I just don't know how he picked it. I think he might have picked stoppage, but I don't know what round. I know he didn't win the first week.
Okay. All right, well, Joseph Gwilt, you behind the 8 ball with us early in the season, man. But we got a long way to go, man. But Shane, I think we gonna
Kevin Emmanuel. I don't know who that is. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe one, firstly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
hold on. I'm about to look that up. What did it say? Pon el link?
Yeah, I think it means put in the link, but I'm not sure. Today you kind of came late, bro. We're 2 hours 33 minutes in. Kind of late, bro. Canelo round 9. Joseph Groot says Canelo round 9.
He was close.
Very.
Oh yeah, he said put the link.
Second Ezra. This is I have to jump off soon as well. I'm
getting ready. I'm ready to get off. He said I made a comment about the visa because Shane had his visa card out with the numbers showing. He said the card you had in your hand. I didn't see no numbers, but Ezra, you got a good eye. Shane got $5 on that card, yo. Don't ain't worry about it. You got $5 on that. But listen, man, we gonna cut it off right there, man. 2.5 hours.
Wait. Well, let me go back to that comment that he said because I have to go back. What did he say?
What?
Internet scams are at an all-time high.
Oh, that one. Okay, so that's why you were saying that. Okay.
Right, he said it.
Yeah, he got $5 on that thing, man. They ain't gonna get far with it. They gonna buy some gummy bears and a milkshake, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna close it out with that, man. 2.5 hours strong. To be honest with you, it actually ended a little sooner than I expected. I thought this was gonna be a 3-hour show, for sure. But I mean 2.5, man. That's a long time as well, man. Y'all definitely held it down. Big shout out to BoxingFirst Vlog, aka Blunt Bayless, aka the General. You know what I'm saying? Ain't a show without him. Go follow him on Instagram, boxing the number 1 ST VLOG. On Twitter is BoxingFirst Vlog, and go to his channel, BoxingFirst Vlog on YouTube, and go subscribe to his channel. He's on a hunt to get to 1,000 subs before the year is out. He's saying by his birthday, but if not by the end of the year, that'd be great. Joseph Gould said, "What time are you starting now? Has the time changed?" No, we was actually we was having a board meeting before before we started. So we started 20 minutes late, but it was 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the normal time. But we had some stuff we had to discuss off camera before we got started. But Shane,
by the way, Jeff, before you move on that, let's speak about that properly. I wanna, before you say anything.
Oh no, bro, it ain't even worth it. Like I'm not gonna say nothing. It's not even worth it, to be honest with you. It's not even worth it. Like what we discussed earlier, that was enough for me. Like we all on the same page, you know what I'm saying? So you know, it is what it is. But give me your social media, bro.
I'm Shane the number 1.
That's exclusively on Instagram. And the guy that was in the chat, Kevin Emmanuel, please come in tomorrow. And we'll definitely drop a link. We'll let you in. We'll definitely let you in. I know you gave a Spanish comment. I'm just letting you know we all speak English on here. So if you speak English, that's great. If you speak Spanish, we would need a translator. Ain't going front. But if you was asking for the link, I'm assuming you speak English. So if you want to jump in here tomorrow, man, we'll definitely be more than happy to send you a link. You got a Canelo as your thumbnail, so I'm assuming that's what you want to talk about. So we had no problem with that at all, man. And you know, I'm everywhere. Facebook. You on mute, bro. You on mute.
The fact that you asked for us to put in a link means that you must have been here before, because you must know that must be a practice for us or something.
Yeah, because you're not many people's, not anybody's gonna jump in the live and say drop the link for you to get on. So I'm assuming you've been in here before. Shit, the way shit been going, Shane, it might be somebody that's a regular that got another darn profile. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But
dudes out here catfishing, bro.
Yeah, they catfishing, man. But you know, I'm all over the place, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, G5 Jeff TV. go to the website g5jeftv.com. Go register for the boxing fantasy prediction league. Just go on the website, click on take your pick, and then when it's time for the next fight to come, which is this week, right? We got another fight this week.
Kiko Martinez versus Kid Galahad and Jaime Munguia versus Rosado.
Rosado, yeah. Just go make your picks for those fights, and you register with your email.
I'll be live for Kiko versus Galahad as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So go on the website. BoxingFirst Vlog has another article out, so you can check that out on the website, or you can check it out on Google News. We got to start writing some more articles as well. As this,
I know, bro. It's just the time, bro.
Time thing is, writing takes time, man, and we ain't got a lot of it.
So time, and then when we go live, it just consumes it. I just need to take out one day of just writing like 5, and then
I don't need a ghostwriter. I just need somebody to type my thoughts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need a twin to double. Yeah, we need a secretary for the channel. I ain't going front. I need a
secretary.
Yo, you know what? We might have to look into that because they got the virtual secretaries. I might have to look into that. Because it just free up a lot.
You know how much stuff we have to do, because you also have to sort out the actual. We still ain't done it. The fight lists.
We still got to have a conversation about that. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather have a conversation about that than the other situation we was talking about. That's more beneficial. But we got to talk. We could talk tomorrow, Shane. Off camera.
We ain't about that. Today, it's like 1 o'clock.
Yes, we're going to talk tomorrow off camera about both of them. The actually hiring somebody and the schedule as well, because we need a backup just in case you can't navigate the site too for whatever reason. So we're gonna have to have a convo about that. But hey man, listen, we're gonna get off, man, on behalf of BoxingFirst Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless, and VP Shane. I won't mention his other 2 aliases, but we just gonna go with VP Shane and G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. This was episode 20 of the Goodfellas podcast, man. On behalf of the staff, y'all have a good one.